to like retro toys and comics we adore. TV and movies, let's explore. Sunday Night Geekery, it's the place to be. With Marc D, with a C, let your nerd run free. Old school vibes and stories untold. Tune in, tune out, let the magic unfold.
And welcome to Sunday Night Geekery, issue number 170. I got my buddy Dave C here.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. So we weren't too late tonight, so sorry for the semi-late start, but we had some family friends visiting from Switzerland, so got back a little bit late tonight. You know, you always run in the door trying to get the show together. But no, great to be here. Thank you for being here, Dave.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me, as always.
Yep. And of course, hail to Tim, who's got iHeart Clobbering Time. So let us always remember our buddy Mike.
I just love Clobbering Time.
And let's say hello to everyone else in the chat. We've got Davina Duckworth here. Hail, Davina. And Dave C. I think I know that guy. Gapped After Dark. You think you know him? Claude Stallings here. Yep. Hail to Claude. Yep. Sometimes. Yep. And actually, I gotta tweet this out that we're here. I was at Grandma's house tonight, so off.
Yeah, I was looking to repost it for you.
Yeah, I haven't even had a chance to do that yet. Well, you know that when you're hanging out and with friends and stuff, it's not good form to be on Twitter usually. Actually, I was using the computer though. I was showing a lot of old pictures, but I was trying to find that one time my dad got really drunk with it's his granddaughter that's visiting, so we're joking like they were really fast friends, and they came to America in 1961 or 1960 together with a group from Switzerland. They got picked to work on a project and became good friends. So years later when they would visit, so I think that was the only time I really saw my dad tanked or semi-tanked. They finished like the whole day they were making raviolis or pasta. And then I think they finished like a whole small bottle of Jack Daniels together. They were just went through the
Jack. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. So, but it was like toward the whole day. But they were pretty. They were having a lot of fun. They were kind of tipsy. So, but all in good spirits. Yep. So we're talking to spirits. Yep. So we're showing some old pictures. I was trying to find those. When you're trying to find pictures on Google or Google Photos and. Like, where are those pictures when Dad got drunk? You can't tell that he was drunk, but yeah, that was fun. Yep.
Jack will get you there, though.
Yep, Jack will get you high tonight, right? Yep.
Yeah, it's a rough one. I kind of like. Well, I'm a Jameson guy, but for some of that stuff, Buffalo Trace is good. Knob Creek, but they're strong. Not so much the taste is, more refined. I can't drink Maker's Mark. It's weird. I don't like it. But Jack is pretty good. It's not bad.
It's pretty good, right? Oh, we got a special visitor on the show. Let me get my camera set up. I'm cat sitting for the week or 2 weeks. So got my daughter's cat. Let me get
I have to go turn the AC on. It was in almost 90 today down here.
90.
It's still warm in here. I had the fan on. I'm kind of sweating a little bit.
Wowzers. So let me. Actually, I've got. Let me turn off my my VPN is running. So let me turn off my VPN. I forgot it was running, and then you might lose me for a second. But that way, I'll be using high speed. So you have control.
All right. Thank you.
No, I might glitch for 1 second, but let me.
No worries.
Here. Yep.
Well, not a highfalutin type guy, not a connoisseur of the old whiskeys, but I like the Jameson when they had the cask mates. They had them as an IPA and a stout, where they had aged them in casks and they ran out of it. The stout is really smooth.
All right, now I should be back. There we go. I'm back. So here we got a special. Let me turn my light on here. All right, so we got a special guest on Sunday Night Geekery.
Oh,
Mochi the
geez,
cat. Oh, sorry,
yeah.
Mochi. Right, no, Mochi. Don't no. Oh, you're gonna be on TV. Oh no, she's not happy with me. So we've got Mochi the cat. Hey, Polly's minion and the pepperoni. I got a cataroni with me. Does
The
that work?
cat. That's a
what
big one.
She's one of those what do you call it? Ragtag cats, or I can't remember the name. That it's a breed, but very very fluffy, very very cute cat. Yep. Mochi, you gotta stay. You're on the show.
You don't want her jumping on your shelf, dude.
Yeah,
That
she,
would be
when
a
she was a
disaster.
kitten. When she was a kitten, she was on everything. So she was
Hey, classics.
hey, classic comics. Yep. So she was on my desk, when she's a little kitten. I'm like, how are you walking there? I'm like, please don't do this. Yep. So yeah. So
Well, they like to knock stuff off, right? Just to be.
Yeah.
I ever see the videos where they just like to knock stuff off shelves just to do it, right?
Yeah. Or cat fails.
You put it back up and they just scoot it, knock it right back off.
Yeah. Cat fails. Yep. But she doesn't like to stay too long. But she likes looking at the Enterprise up there. So
yeah, I bet she does. She would
Yeah.
jump up there and swinging on it.
So
well, she seems
yeah,
lovable.
so she's just she is, yeah. She hasn't knocked down too much stuff, so she hasn't been over when the Christmas tree is up, so which is good. But yeah, she likes the basement actually. So I've been down that she's got the whole huge basement to explore and all the nooks and crannies. Like, I hope hey J-Man, great to see you.
Looks like she's gonna fall asleep.
Hey
Hey, J-Man.
She's not happy. Yeah.
J-Man, I
She's not
sent
happy.
you an X-Twitter for those He-Man comics that were on auction. You probably didn't get it in time for your show. So, but anyway.
And J-Man, I know, has not been liking Daredevil, which is
No.
Yep. Which I appreciate your reviews. Yep. I mean, I think I like it a little bit more than you, but some of the things you pointed out, J-Man, I've definitely agreed with. But won't you say hi?
Oh,
Now my rating just went way
bright
up.
yellow eyes.
Yeah. Okay, Mochi, I'll let you go now. Oh. Yeah. Cats don't like to. They're gonna go where they want to go. Yep.
She had enough.
It's not like well, actually, she's staying here. She's staying. Oh, is she getting out? You want to stay with me, Mochi? Oh, she's trying to open the. You can figure out how to open the door.
Yeah, I know, J-Man. But I forgot to put that I sent it to you in your live chat. I realized later. I was like, oh man, I didn't tell him that I sent it. I was lurking earlier.
You were
Sorry.
lurking.
Yeah, I was just kind of.
Well, X is tough sometimes to the way the messages go too. It's like
yeah,
I always miss the message when it's like I know it's it's like oh crud I didn't because I have notifications turned off because it's just
I don't get notifications, Mark.
yeah I just
No
have
way.
so many I would have like it would be stream it would be a nonstop streaming of notifications.
No, you couldn't. You can't handle that. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the stuff that you have going on, you can't have notifications. The people you follow, stuff.
Yeah, no, it'd be way too much. Yep. And actually, Jim, I don't know if you're here from the beginning, but we've got friends visiting from Switzerland, and they're driving up to Canada tomorrow. They're going to Quebec for like 4 or 5 or 6 days, actually. So they're leaving in the morning and driving up there. So they're headed up to Canadian land. Yep. Good day, hey. And J-Man is not liking Daredevil. I did like that bank episode though. I know people were not like I did because one of my favorite things is the superhero who's undercover and has got to save the day without giving away a secret identity. It's always been one of my favorite comic book stories. It happens to Spider-Man, happens to well, of course, it doesn't matter with the FF because everyone knows who they are. But or Iron Man,
well, Superman's the most, right? Because the debate over all the years is why people didn't notice who he is.
Well, it's the glasses, obviously.
It's the glasses.
Yeah, it works though. Yeah, it works.
Never mind, he's 6'5", 250, 260, solid rock muscle.
Yeah.
Clark Kent, right?
Yeah. But no, I was watching some joke where they were showing like someone taking the glasses on and off. They're like, see, that's why Clark Kent does work as Superman. Yeah. Well, part of it is the the acting too. I think with and the hair or whatever. But it's just it's it's a story about a guy that can leap tall buildings in a single bound. So maybe we won't get too tied down on the on the glasses thing, right? That's
Yeah,
definitely not
you just go
believable.
with
But the guy,
just go with it.
lifting tall buildings and radiation from the sun powering him, right? But actually, that's a good segue. Let's talk a little bit of that new Superman trailer. So let me pull that up. I know they had the presentation. I was watching Film Threat, Chris Gore and Alan, and just saying how underwhelming the whole Disney presentation was, and they did talk about Superman, and I think they're optimistic about the Superman movie, but hey, I mean, you never know till you get it. But let me organizing some of these photos here.
Of course, everybody here's already seen it. I don't have my lights on tonight.
Oh, let me. You got? Are you showing the? Gonna show?
Yeah,
show that. Yeah.
My poster.
Yep.
Everybody.
I was off screen. I was off screen. Yeah.
Yeah, my little crypto.
Yeah,
that was showing you. Had to get my little
cute,
crypto to match this one. This is the good S, right?
Yeah. And hail to Captain Timey Wimey Limey.
Yeah. So I've always liked this one with the poster.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah.
Had to get the
really what.
Had to get the cute little crypto,
cute.
right?
Of course, now that we got a new crypto now too. Yep.
Yeah, he looks rough, fluffy, little fluffy one, right?
And Gap is saying, "Yeah, did you see the new Superman the flying?" We'll look at it now. His eyes look like Marty Feldman. Yeah. Some of it maybe didn't.
Did they really?
Not can't unsee that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't own a dog, but I don't think a dog would start to beat up, play with his master when he's coughing blood. LOL. Why is crypto so stupid? Yeah. We'll show that. I was because they left that out of the first trailer. Of course, my dog, Duke. God, I loved him, but dogs usually can sense when something's wrong. Famously, there's therapy dogs or dogs that can sense when you're gonna have a seizure. Just their senses. They've got daredevil-like senses. And there's a clip that's been going around X for a while too, where the dog knows that the person that it's watching over is going to have a seizure, so opens a door, helps the person sit down, door of the refrigerator so they can brings water over. It's just truly amazing. So
they run up to the person and start giving them
helping them
signals.
Yeah,
before it even happens, right?
Yeah, so that's amazing. Hail to Wes Cagle.
Hey, Wes Cagle.
So so I guess you think crypto it'd be okay. I think if crypto did it once, but I think he did it too many times where he's joshing around Superman. Where he's going
Superman.
he's going a little bit too much. Yeah. Just dogs are amazing. Yeah.
So, try not to watch these trailers, but it's almost impossible. Like with the people that here on YouTube and on Twitter or whatever X, whatever you want to call it. And like, I don't want to see it, but I did see one part of one, and I can see what they're doing, but they're trying to be cute with the jokes again, with the robots. I don't know if you've got that planned.
I'll go through the trailer. Yeah, we'll show the trailer. Yeah, it's fun to show and talk about. So I won't play it obviously, but you guys can all watch it.
You can get away with about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I did. Well, actually, here, why don't we put it in? I'm going to do the Cosme trick. So why don't we watch it in Cosme? We can talk about it. So I'm going to go to Cosme. Let me go to Cosme, and then we can. Just in case some people might have missed it because it's so new.
I only saw.
Then we'll talk about it here. So
the part with the robots and somebody was complaining about the joke. They were making jokes or something.
I didn't think it was that bad with the robots, but
one robot try to make a funny joke or something.
Yeah, let's see if. Let's see here.
Oh, I remember what it is. Okay.
Let me put this link in here. Superman sneak peek. So what we're gonna do here, folks, let me pause this. I'm going to do the Cosme trick here. So everyone just pop over, leave your mics off so we're not talking over each other. I might say a few things during it, but if you want to pop over to Cosme to watch it, and I'm just going to present my screen here. So this is showing on the screen here. It's a, if you haven't had a chance to see it, so just can share it and watch it in this room without getting hit. Yeah. Robots don't have emotions, but we giggle when he looks at us. So do you have feelings? Like, what is this? Why are they giggling? Superman is bleeding to death. I watched it last night and I didn't pay as much attention to it as I should have. So let's watch it again. I would think that a super advanced robot or android, would facilitate having emotion. Of course, that's classic, Data on TNG, with the emotion chip and is void of all emotion. So, but you would think that a robot would know, just like a dog would know, what was happening. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what somebody had said about it once we get going.
Cosme side, I think, or maybe if I mute that here, let's see. I was getting an echo with. I think you just got to make sure that mic is off. So let's play it on Cosme here. So I don't know if anyone's joined the room, but yeah, so I'd refresh my memory here. So this is a 5-minute clip. So I'll kind of talk over it as on the YouTube side.
Yeah.
So we're getting. Maybe if I do it this way here, if I sneak it forward. So we're getting more. That's a good way to do it as we talk. We're getting more of the Superman crash. So now initially the crash is, you see this and you're assuming it's Brainiac that's or someone is beating the crap out of him.
You're thinking it's Brainiac,
right? I'm guessing, or
maybe even Lobo.
Yeah, but you don't know, which is fine. But he's in bad shape, and he's probably the first time he's ever been hurt in his life. So they're giving you more of the scene where initially it was Crypto just taking him away. I do love the entrance to Crypto. The other thing you find out is, he's very close to the Fortress of Solitude here. So you think, I'm assuming he was trying to land here and get back home, or get to the fortress. So like, he does this a little bit too many. Like one time would have been okay. Plus, Crypto is uber strong too. So, I mean, dogs go to play with you and jump on you, and
they don't bite like that, do they?
No, but they do go to play with you. They should have cut to that much quicker. Like Crypto, maybe as soon as he said stop, he would have gone back and said, "Oh, yeah, now I know something's wrong." But the dog is damn cute, I have to say. Crypto is damn cute. Yeah. Hey, Joe Dog. So yeah, so he's. I hope you're wrong, but you could be right. So we're getting, of course, ever since 77 Superman, we're getting the Fortress of Solitude is all crystals now, which is pretty much in canon now.
Yeah, I like
they don't
the
have
Fortress.
the atomic. Yeah, they don't have the atomic key. The key that's made from the so heavy that it's made from the. No one else can pick up the key to the fortress. So I do like the setup, and it would make sense that they would have high tech robots, that would.
Well, yeah, they've been in Superman before.
Well, I mean, the tech.
Here it is.
MB-12, she was new.
Oh,
yeah, like he looked at me. That's fine. Yeah. That voice sounds familiar for one of those robots. Alan Tudyk, maybe, or of course, they're using, and I can't see the chat right now, guys. So, but they're using the course soul, power of the sun to heal Superman.
Yeah. Okay. What's going on there?
Well, then no, but that's been done before. So, and then they're segueing into the old trailer. So you just got really more of an intro to that crypto scene. Of course, then we go to farm on Kansas, Dad. Well, Daily Planet, they still have newspapers. I don't know what's going on with that scene where there's something in the background that they're fighting, and it's a monster, and he's talking to Lois. It's like, shouldn't it be out there? Mr. Awesome. I guess that's Brainiac we get in the end. I mean, I've had trailers to movies that I've loved too, and then the movie stunk. So it can go a lot of different ways.
You got a lot of different ways. Yeah.
So I mean, a trailer doesn't. So hopefully that worked going to Cosme. Let me close.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that worked. Yep. So
I think one of the things I did when I did my Ice Pirates was that I had both laptops on, and I had the Cosme on the other laptop, and the music got picked up by my mic.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah.
And then it got nuked, and I didn't know why, and it actually got nuked on the StreamYard side for a copyright.
Oh yeah.
But so now when I do my Thursday thing, I just use the one laptop, and I do what you just did. I just play it off that Cosme, and that's it. I don't play it on the other
I'm
laptop.
listening through my headphones anyway, so it wouldn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
They won't. Right, the music and stuff doesn't come on the YouTube side at all.
Yeah, Jamie, good point. Yeah, they say they have emotions, but they do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what somebody else is talking about.
Oh, Loba's in Supergirl, not this one. It's likely Ultraman will beat him up. Where's the theory that he is Ultraman who snuck into the fortress? And hail to Courtney. And Gen X, yep. I've got to get better. That key was carved from a dwarf star. Yep.
A few
Very
people.
cool. Yep.
Shifty, Joe Dog,
Tudyk is one of the robots. It was initially James Wan, but I only got the role because Tudyk is better than Wan. Oh god. You got me.
Nice, dude. That's a good one.
That's for the win. For the win.
Yes.
So far, that's the comment of the year. Yep. Oh man, that was good. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Hey, lemon pie. Yeah, I don't like the new logo. Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't either.
New logo. I mean, what happens is designers, like, you're getting paid to design, right, and to do something, and you're like, well, if I'm getting paid, I got to change something, right? So it's almost like, yeah, you got to change something just for the sake of changing something.
Pretty much. That's what they do, right? Well, you couldn't have really said that any better. That's why they did it. But
right?
It didn't have to really be changed like that, right? I mean, it's
and the Kingdom Come logo was a little bit different, but that's an alternative, future, and so
was that Alex Ross?
Yeah, it was Alex Ross, I think. Yeah. So the Kingdom Come. Yeah, that was better. Ross. Yeah. No, that was it. Let me see what that. They made it black, and let me grab that. I mean, yeah. So it's more like the Kingdom Come logo here. So let me grab images here. Yeah. So, but that kind of works, in the future there with that. Excuse me, that storyline. So that's basically, I guess it's basically the Kingdom. But I didn't bother me for that kind of alternative, future. Trying to do something different. So yeah, I do love the traditional logo a lot better. Plus, the other things I don't like are the the neck on the costume, which I don't think a lot of people like. It's a little bit less with the collar. It's a little bit less pronounced than in the past. but just never liked that you know, that's not traditional. And the S, yeah, I just don't like, you know. But is that going to make me not like the movie? No, but it's one of the things that's going to annoy me. We'll get to talk about the Silver Surfer and the and the FF, but it's just crazy that you know, you're right. You know, talking about giving. Now that I'm paying more attention to it, yeah. Why would the robots jokey, right? Unless you know,
Well,
they don't have emotions.
it's the setup, Mark. That's, I think, what's irritating people is the one robot says, "We don't have emotions. We're Automons," and she goes, he looked at me immediately after the other robot says it. So you think to yourself, why did they do that?
Yeah,
He was going to do it, right? But don't have the other one say, "We don't have emotions," and then the female robot immediately says that. That doesn't make any sense.
You know what? She's got a crush on Superman, or
well, she's new.
I mean,
she's new, so she's like,
so, but she's got a crush on Superman, I guess, right?
Yeah, she's like, "Oh my god, I got the job for I got the great job."
So it's like you got to go, if you're going to go Spock, you got to go the full Spock. It's like, don't say you're Spock and then not go full Spock. I mean,
yeah, it's the setup. I think I can see why people would say something like that now. I get it now.
And James Gunn is known for the snarky humor, and which, you know, wrecked Marvel, basically. The snarky humor, Tahiti Wahiti, and the jokes and what they did to Thor. And
well, Guardians 1 was great at it, right? But then it's like every
that
movie.
Yeah, if it's just Guardians, it's okay. And if it's in the right place, like when Thor, that's one of the best scenes, you know, when Thor, you know, meets the Guardians in Infinity War, and he's got muscles made of metal, and he's a man guy, you know, and
yeah, when Drax was eating the chips and he was just standing there. And
yeah, so
like,
there's some great.
How long you been standing there, right? He was like, he just is eating the chip. That was funny, but when he just do it over and over and over and over.
Oh, and they're having Tim Drake in the DC instead of Dick Grayson? What the? Or you got to have Dick Grayson first. You can't. So are they going to do Tim Drake first, or when is he going to? What's Tim Drake going to be in there? What?
Not Red Hood.
Is that going to be in the Supergirl movie? Yeah, it is. Well, no, Tim Drake. No, Tim Drake is.
That's not Red Hood. That's
after Jason. After Jason gets quote unquote killed and comes back as Red Hood.
Yeah.
And of course they flipped Tim Drake now. Of course, Chuck Dixon created Tim Drake, and really good character. But yeah, just they changed his character up, shall we say, to check some boxes. And great to see you back, Tim. Yep.
Just go ahead and say it, man.
Hey, Suzanne.
Yeah, they did.
Hope you had a good weekend.
But what do you think about all these like the shoulder pad lines and stuff? Is that
I don't like it
too much? You like the lines?
I don't like it. No,
I don't like too much. Right?
Well, they always
try to picky, but we're just looking at it, right?
They always add this stuff. It's like you can't just go with the, you know, the regular old-fashioned suit. So at least they have the belt, you know, with a belt back and the trunks, thankfully. But they're, you know, I don't think he's as big, you know, has worked out as much, I'm guessing. I mean, kick my ass, I'm sure, in 2 seconds. But you know, these suits, they can kind of use these suits to kind of puff you up, or, you know, kind of put, you know, quote unquote fake muscles in there. So yeah, it's just too much. Yep. Tim can check either box. Yep. And Professor R2 says they'll skip Dick and Jason so they can speed run those characters later. Ah, God, it's just ridiculous. Yep. It's Damian Wayne and Brave and the Bold. Gunn wants a Batman and Son film to kick. Oh, that's ridiculous.
What?
Just start. Yeah, and of course, how Damian Wayne came about is a little bit un-PC too. When you read that story with Rasha Ghul's daughter,
that's Rasha Ghul's. Yeah, that's the whole Rasha Ghul and his ex-wife.
Basically Grapes Batman, basically. Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, just nuts. Yep. And all the Bat family would be in the DCU though. And the next thing they're gonna do is fuck up Donna Troy, probably, right? Yeah. Well, Gunn probably wants to jump straight to the Court of Owls. Yeah, it's like you've got so many stories to do. You don't have to just tell I guess maybe I don't. Do I need a Batman and Robin origin story? No, but I'd want to see Dick Grayson as a young Robin, and then down the road you can tell those stories. Hey, Lois Beck, great to see it. You know, you don't have to do get there right away, but it's just just disappointing. I'm always hopeful until I see the movie, and I don't think this looks horrible, but there are some things that are concerning in terms of tone that James Gunn can, can he hold that serious level? I mean, he's done some great work, but God, it's just with his use of humor can just go over the top. And it's like I said, Guardians 1 is probably one of my favorite movies. Just fantastic. I mean, and it was part of it was a surprise too. It's like, how are they going to use all these B-list characters and actually have a good movie, right? Who's going to care about Star-Lord or Gamora or Drax and these characters? So, I mean, weren't you surprised, Dave, when you saw it how amazing it was? Yeah,
For Guardians?
yeah,
Well, yeah, just like we were talking about, it was funny too, right? With a lot of
right,
action
yeah,
and all that. But now it's like it's a poster board for all the the flying around scenes, that they did in
yeah,
Guardians. They all look all alike now, right?
yeah.
If you have chase scenes with ships and stuff like that, and then the
Oh, yeah,
jokes are it's so worn out now. The
yeah,
fight, I think it's almost like these companies just need a break, but they can't make any money unless they use comic book characters, superhero. How many times have you done on Geekery where you showed the top 15 movies
yeah.
and 12 of them are fantasy characters,
Right.
right?
So, yeah, it's just
Hey, Darcy.
I mean, that's where that's the where they're getting all these ideas, and if they're screwing them up, then that's what like the Daredevil show. I do like it more than J-Man, but
J-Man
J-Man makes some good points.
Good night, J-Man.
Oh, let me. I'm just tweeting out that we're live. Oh, let me fix this. Take care, J-Man. But I do agree with have a great week. That suit is it's just too much going on the suit. Yep. Darcipio, great to see you.
I like the belt. The trunks are fine.
Yeah, we got trunks at least. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's an individual taste, but we all kind of agreed that we don't like it before we started the show.
Yeah. Here's an idea: have Superman cereal instead of the movies. Maybe have the whole DC movies be like those from the 40s. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, one of the best cereals is Captain Marvel cereal, which is in the public domain. We can show now, which is phenomenal. Just great. Yeah, it's just really made the original Captain Marvel cereal.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's in public domain. I bought the Blu-ray copy of it. They have a really nice transfer, but it's in the public domain.
Donnie.
Yep.
Good to see
Hey, Donnie.
you.
Yep. And Darth is here. Yep. Says Superman don't have time to bleed. Come on, man. All right.
You gotta love a good Predator.
Yeah.
Good quote.
But I mean, but Superman.
But I pity the fool.
I can picture Mr. T saying that line, Darth. Yep. Your quote. Yep. But it's I mean, there's got to be something that's got to hurt Superman. So that's part of the thing too. When the Superman is so powerful that he can't be in any danger. So that's something that Byrne depowered him, and then on some of the animated shows he was really vastly underpowered. People complained about.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering if they'd do an obscure character like Mongol, but they wouldn't do that because of Darkseid, right? He's too much like a Darkseid character, so that's out.
Yeah.
People, I think, what's the overall consensus from everybody? They want to see Brainiac, right? But that was done in that TV show, right?
They've had Brainiac. Yep.
Yeah, they had him in that one show. I can't think of the actual name of it or who had it, but everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? Brainiac character.
Well, and they had him he was in Justice League. Yeah, he was in the Justice
It was the
League
live
series.
action, the live action show.
You're talking the live act.
the live
you're
action
talking-
show.
Oh, the
Brainiac. Brainiac was
Supergirl. And
No.
Supergirl?
no, he was back on Krypton, or I think it was called Krypton.
Oh,
Right?
that
Help me out,
the
chat.
Krypton live action. Yeah, well, he was
Yeah, Shifty.
a
Shifty
version of
got it.
Brainiac was on a version of Brainiac was on the the pretty terrible Supergirl show, and then
Yeah,
they did the
yeah.
Krypton show. I only watched the first season, never finished it. Yep, and
Yeah, he was
great
in,
YouTube, Donnie. Yep,
Shifty got it. Yeah, he was in that. It was Krypton, called Krypton.
Krypton. Yep. I wasn't thinking live action. Yep. So yeah. Of course, we'll talk
Oh,
about
that's
Val
right.
Kilmer. I should see if I got any. I've got any Val Kilmer clips. Yeah, the Brainiac. Yeah, the Brainiac was at the end. Wasn't he at the end of the first season? Towards the end, he was pretty terrifying.
Shifty was saying he was in second
In Krypton.
season, and then Lobo
was-
was in there too. But I like the Brainiac character in that.
I didn't
He was
watch the
pretty good.
last. Was it the last season? Let's see, Krypton.
You might not like it though, Mark. I don't know if
I
you'd
did.
like it
I did.
too
I
much.
did. No, I watched the. Was it 3 seasons? I know I didn't finish watching it. This how many seasons did they have? Oh, it was only 2 seasons. All right, so maybe I didn't finish watching the second season. But
It's been a while already.
Brainiac
I mean,
was pretty terrifying as in that show. It was pretty scary. So yeah, here's some pull over some images from.
Yeah, are you
Krypton, the
pulling them
TV
up now? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
been that was his wasn't that his grandfather?
This is grandfather, or is
And
definitely not his dad. I think it was his grandfather. I think you're right. But do you have
Yeah,
a good shot of Brainiac in there?
Well, I'll find one, but didn't wasn't there time travel involved with this?
Probably. It's been a while since I saw it, to be honest with you.
I know we've got time. You want me like wasn't something they were trying to prevent Superman from disappearing in the past, if I'm remembering correctly?
Yeah, I can't even remember the hardcore plot of it, to be honest
I
with you.
think that's what it was. The because the cape kept disappearing. So this is set in the future, and they were doing something in the past. Like Brainiac was erasing Superman from the past.
From the past, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was we got an awesome chat here. Will help us out.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I think that was the more timey-wimey garbage. I think that I was just tweeting this out. I wrote lice now. I'm live now. I better check that. Lice now with Dave C. I better,
Well, I reposted it already once. I reposted.
yeah, let me share. Now I can share now. Okay. Yeah.
Do I have notifications?
There we
okay.
go. Now I just tweeted out that we're here. Yep. All right. trying to do 2 things. I do 2 things at once. So it's not always successful at it. Yeah. So I believe it was. Hey, Claude Parrish is here. Yep. And JLU, Superman can be hurt if he touches the light bulb. Yeah, that was the one that everyone was complaining about. Yep. Yeah, and Doomsday. Okay, so Doomsday was teased, I think, at the end of the first season. Yeah, and Smallville. Yeah, he was also in Smallville. Yeah.
Do they have a Brainiac picture? They're not showing them.
Oh, here I'm trying to do like 3 things at once. So here, here's
No,
Brainiac here. Yeah,
Yeah,
here he is.
scary.
Yeah.
He was pretty
Yeah, he
scary.
was scary. Yeah. No, he looked kind of like a green Borg. Yep. But the idea of the character was very scary too. So that was pretty good. Yep. Well, Phineas and Ferb, we got the 5th season. Yep.
Oh wow, that's still around. Nice.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, nice new profile picture, Donna. Yep. Claude says, "Crapped on." Yep. Shifty says the guy playing Jon Stewart in the New Lantern series was on Krypton, if I recall. Oh, so interesting. Yep.
Oh, Shifty remembers this. That's right. Adam Savage was in it. I think, right? That's what he was saying. He even went back in time to help out.
I think
So
the whole
Athletic
thing was
Clark.
about time. I think the whole thing was about time travel. Yep. The whole point of it. Yeah. Trying to
Yeah,
race.
it
race
didn't last,
Superman.
2 seasons because it just kind of. But the
Help
characters were
Superman's
good.
grandfather. Yep. Yeah, because Superman was disappearing. Yep. So, I think wasn't his grandfather an AI at one point too, or had something going on. It was fun to watch, and but then I didn't finish it.
I
So
just like the bad
I
guys.
should go
in it.
back to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's a picture of Doomsday. Yep. The build up to Doomsday was pretty scary too. Yeah. So, and there's and they had Lobo in it too. So, but it didn't get. That was a sci-fi show, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's Lobo. Yeah.
you know how it's the production values on these are kind of, but the characters are pretty good for the most part. The bad guy characters are pretty good.
Lobo better watch out with all those teeth around his privates.
the S. Look at the S. Yeah, that's a good Brainiac right there, man.
Yeah.
That's a scary looking Brainiac.
Yeah, it was a scary look. The makeup on that was very good. Yep. Yeah, so of course that was one of the people were complaining about was like this, the women that are just beating the crap out of all the guys all the time. Yeah.
Well, when they don't have any powers to do so, that's the only time, right? I mean, if Wonder Woman can beat the crap out of a lot of people, but it's Wonder Woman. Not like the girl from Moon Knight who's just beating the crap out of guys 2 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
The guy from the future went to Krypton to save Superman. Claude was not a fan of that show. Yeah.
No.
Krypton was not as funny as Scrubs. Yep. But Shifty is the blonde gal on Krypton was hot. Yep.
Shifty remembers this one. Man.
Shifty remembers. Yeah. Where was the picture?
I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah.
But I just remember.
Oh, and that was supposed to be Zod's grandmother or something, or great grandmother or granddaughter, something to do with Zod there too. Yep. So
Zod family.
Well, so they always try to do the Superman adjacent stuff, but they don't have Superman in it. It's like, just give us Superman. But we can't do that. Or Smallville, no capes. Yeah. I can't make it what is that black helmet in front of the red robot and back. Oh, I've been moving around, so not sure which picture. Black helmet and red robot in the back. Not sure which picture, Donnie. Sorry. That actor's familiar too. Yep. And Zod. Oh, that's Zod, I think, right? Yeah, that was Zod. Yep. He's a good actor. Yep. Good night, Lennox. Have a great night.
See you, man.
Have a good week. Yep.
Have fun on the game. He's
Yep.
good. He's funny to watch those games he plays. It's great.
Yeah. Why did all the new Superman t-shirts disappear? I got one. Now all I see is Captain Falcon brainless word merch. Yeah. Oh no. And Donnie liked the Krypton show. See? Yep. But obviously didn't get the ratings to survive. So
Yeah, it was. He said it just wasn't a powerhouse. They're like, nah, we don't need season 3. You know how they do, man.
Yeah.
It's like Battlestar Galactica in the 80s, right? They're like, we're done. We don't want to pay for it. Too much, cost too much. They didn't realize how great a show it really was.
Let's cancel Firefly.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't even barely remember those shows, dude.
Right.
It's just too many of them. Some I never really watched, but I just knew of them.
Yeah. So
So I don't. Sorry, Mike. I was watching the Kevin
I was just gonna say for
Andromeda,
Superman,
like Andromeda shows like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
With Kevin Sorbo.
Well, I loved, of course. Then we had, Xena and Hercules. Speaking of,
I watched
Adventure Hour. Yeah. Who didn't like Xena, right? Yeah, we. All right. And Shifty says Krypton was cool because it was straight up sci-fi, kind of Star Warsy, not what you'd expect from a DC superhero show at the time. Very different than what was on the CW. I can see that. Yeah, no, I did like the first season. I like parts of the first season. And it wasn't like a slam dunk, but it was interesting. It was interesting. Yeah, they're trying to do something different, but it's just weird when they don't have you know, you know you're not getting Superman, and it's just
That
strange. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Dad Man. Hope you know what that means. If Dad Man's here, what are we gonna play? Cue. There we go. Whoop.
Nice. Ah! Over that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez.
And you know, I'm playing that again. Look how I'm dressed. That scared Dad Man. I'm wearing I've got pink hair and a Superman cape.
Ah! Over that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez.
I'm playing as a girl with a Superman cape with pink hair, and since Dad Man is here, we I don't know how long Dad Man can stay, but I did find some awesome ice cream for the Dad Man today.
I saw that cake. Was that your cake?
Yeah, it was ice cream. Well, it was an ice cream cake. But you know, unfortunately, I said road trip, but it's like I can't mail you ice cream cake, right? It's it'll be nice, yep. But let me show. I don't know how long Dad Man can stick around, but let me show. We'll switch to some quick foodery here. We'll take a break from the superheroics, but so this is we had friends visiting today, so I'm like, as a treat, I'm like, let me get a Carvel cake, because Carvel cakes are you can't get those in Switzerland, right? You can't get a Carvel cake there. So I'm like, let me get a. And I was like, I hope they have one that doesn't say happy birthday, so they do have some where you can get them and they don't say happy birthday. So I'm like, this has Dad Man written all over it, right? It's like, so Dad Man says, I'm just gonna lurk and drift. Well, that's okay, Dad Man, but maybe this cake will wake you up. But yeah, this is just, I saw this unicorns. I'm like, this is perfect for Dad Man. Yep. We will try to do our best to put you to sleep. Yeah. But Dad Man loves the unicorn. Look at all the sparkles on this thing too. With the
jeez.
So look at that. That looks good. Yeah. So what's damn it, if I bought that, I would have gotten in big trouble. What's in this? Pink and blue swirled cake batter, flavored ice cream, layered with delicious vanilla cake, bordered with whipped topping and fun sprinkles.
Wow. You just like cake with Superman ice cream on it.
Creamy pink and blue swirled cake batter. All right, Dad Man, do I have to go buy this and eat this live on stream? The whole 1 pound and 14 ounces. Ugh. Here's a better picture here. Yep. Man, unicorn. No unicorns were harmed in the making of this this cake. Yeah. So that was what someone was going through. Security or customs. They had ThinkGeek had the joke like unicorn meat, and it was in the spam can, and then they stopped them and said, "You can't come into the country with unicorn meat." Yeah. And it's like, it's not real. It's a joke. It's actually the contents of this are spam. Spam. And I think then they finally realized that it was a joke.
Oh, they were,
lucky
you didn't get fined for trying to bring some foreign stuff into the country, right?
Well, it did say unicorn meat. And the guy's like, there are no such things as unicorns. It's like, I've got some, and tomorrow I'm going to bring in some Sasquatch meat.
You probably thought he was trying to bring in, stuff, the white powder.
But it was, it was ThinkGeek. It was unicorn meat. So let's see. ThinkGeek unicorn. It was a total joke. It was hysterical. Yeah, so pork board squeals over unicorn meat. So we do get everything here on the Geekery. Look. So that was the unicorn meat. In a public apology this week, ThinkGeek said its non-existent canned unicorn meat is sparkly, a bit red, and not approved by any government agency. Magic in every bite.
Wow.
An excellent source of sparkles. So, God, I wish, maybe you could find this on Fleabay. I wonder if we could find this on Fleabay.
Oh, I'm
That'd
sure.
be the perfect gift for Dad Van. Yep.
Here, I'll look.
And Devin says, "Sorry, I'm not there to enjoy cake and unicorns." LOL. It's okay, Devin. I know you can't make it tonight yet. Let's see if they have unicorn meat
Oh
on
yeah.
eBay.
Oh
Can
yeah.
you buy it?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, go buy some unicorn meat and send it to Dad Man at. Oh look, yeah, they have it. $4. Oh, it's a magnet.
Here,
One's a
you can
magnet.
Share
The
my
actual
share my
can.
screen there if you want.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got to stop. They did that now. We got to stop.
Oh, you can't double up,
You
right?
can't double up. Yeah, it used to like switch. Yep, yep.
Yep, there's a few there.
Yeah. All right, so everyone send that to Dad. Everyone buy up all the unicorn meat.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, let me take it back off. But yeah, you
Oh
can
yeah,
get
that's
it.
right, Shifty. Yeah, they got in hot water for yeah, for fake unicorn. Remember, that's like it's a circus. It's a circus. Yeah. So yeah.
Unreal.
Dadman remembers the unicorn meat. Yeah. Invite culture. It's the same as having Sasquatch at the stream. Yeah. If it shows up on our at our PO box, I'll try it on air. So yeah, so Dadman's PO box. Let's get Dadman's channel in here, and you list I'm posting your PO box. Yep. I think of all the people in the world who should be the ones to review the unicorn meat, it should be Dadman, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah, just
What's
by
in
default.
What's in my PO box? Unicorn
What's in the
meat
box? What's in the box?
today. Yeah. Let's see. Where can I find? Oh, Dadman, put in your your PO box is on your channel, probably, right? Let's see. One more link. Let's see. Where's your PO box, Dadman? It says more here. Or does Mrs. have it on her channel? Yep. Yeah, why can't I find your PO box? And shouldn't it be listed under on your YouTube channel? Let's see. See Mrs. channel. Yeah, she's much more. She runs her channel a lot better than you. Yep. And I just joined her channel too. So congrats to her for getting the monetization there. Yep. There we go. So here's the Mrs. channel. I think she's got it posted there. Yep.
Where'd it go? That was a movie.
Let's see. Here we go. Send unicorn meat. Yeah.
Oh, you sending him some?
No, I'm gonna say send
Oh,
unicorn meat to. I mean, you got a PO box and everything, yeah. Pretty awesome, yeah. Take out those extra spaces, yeah. There we go. So let me pin that comment. Yep. You never know where we're going to end up with Sunday Night Geekery.
no.
I'm going to get in trouble for this one. There's no such thing as unicorn meat. Yeah.
Oh, man. He's going to get like 10 of these.
Let's go. R2 is here. Hey, Professor R2.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm
doing?
doing all right. How's everyone doing this evening?
Doing well.
Most excellent. Most excellent. Yep.
Got the kids in bed and then had to rush outside to put covers over all our plants because it's going to freeze again tonight. Good
Oh,
Lord.
God.
And then it's going to be 90 by the end of the week. So, you know.
That'll be 90. Yeah. Freezing the 90. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah. So, have you ever tried unicorn meat?
I've had potted meat. I've had deviled ham, spam.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
got
this is
spotted
just-
dick. Spotted dick.
This
goes
is-
in the
okay.
UK.
Yeah, that looks a little glittery for my taste. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little glittery. Yeah. The glitters taste good. Yeah.
Mhm.
So let me put this link in for for people. But I remember this came out, and let's see, the industry group, the National Pork Board, says it knows unicorns don't exist. The group says only protecting its trademark when it issued cease and desist warning to online retailer ThinkGeek for calling a fake unicorn meat product the new white meat. The fictional canned meat
Wow.
discussed an excellent source of sparkles was an April Fool's prank. But the 12-page letter from the board's law firm was no joke.
Yeah. Oh, I remember ThinkGeek and all their amazing April Fool's jokes that they would do.
Oh, they were great. Yeah.
Oh, some of them ended up being real products. I think my favorite ever was the Tauntaun sleeping bag. That was the best one. That was incredible.
Great. That was great. Yeah. Well, let's show some of that ThinkGeek stuff. And I think they got, when they went out of business, I bought a ton of stuff from them. And I think there's another site that bought them, but it's just a shell of what they were.
I forget who bought that up. Was it?
Yeah.
It was like whoever, the same people that owned Sharper Image, bought.
Yeah, because Sharper Image had died too, but it's still to exists, but it doesn't exist.
Yeah. No, it was GameStop that bought them up. That's who it was.
GameStop bought them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. ThinkGeek. I'm just doing it, searching it off screen, just in case their website is not safe. So let's see if they still have. Let's see what happened to ThinkGeek. Yeah, integrated into GameStop. Yeah, so let's see. What if I just do ThinkGeek.com? But they haven't.
Just straight to GameStop.
Yeah, let's see if it. At one point, they had like a page with a few products. Yeah, so it just takes you to. It just takes you here. It's totally dead now.
Yeah,
used to be. They used to have like a ThinkGeek. Let's see if I do ThinkGeek. ThinkGeek. Yeah, it's nothing left. Yeah, they used to have, for a little while. They used to have a page, but let's look at some old ThinkGeek stuff. If I find some images or things, yeah, because they were just, and like you said, they did become real products, which was amazing. Some of them. Well, I do have. Well, here, let me grab my Enterprise here. I do have this perfect gift for kids. Let me turn my camera on. So I bought this for my daughter, I think, when she was an infant. So this is a ThinkGeek Enterprise, and it still works. Watch. Let's see the battery. Let's see. Come on.
Used to.
You got to squeeze it in the right. Squeeze in the right spot here. Come on. There we go. Can you see the lights going off?
Yeah.
Sucker still works, and it goes. Let's see if you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it a little bit.
Yeah, I got the noise cancellation on, but what a great kids toy. Yeah, so here's the ThinkGeek.
Oh yeah, we had Starfleet uniform onesies for our kids when they were infants.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, just a really great store, yeah, or online store, yep. But let's see if they're showing. Yeah, well, we have the unicorn meat here, of course. Oh, you can mail it because it's you can mail that through the mail. That's spam. It's just a can of spam. Yep. That man's gonna get inundated with that.
Yeah. Well, now you have some lunch sandwich meat.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish they had. Let's see if the bag of holding. Yeah, I love that. ThinkGeek. Oh, I still that Anoyatron too. Was it the Anoyatron?
Oh yeah, that was real. Oh yeah, those things were going around the office a lot. Back
the Anoyatron was it Anoyatron?
Yep.
Oh, I got it right. Yeah. So what was awesome about this, and I have one on my desk. So it's just this teeny little noisemaker that would beep every now and then. You could set how often it would beep. So you could put it like in the ceiling, but then it wouldn't beep like constantly. So it just beeped like once in a while. So just enough to be freaking annoying. Like you know how you like, did I hear something?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were scourge.
A scourge in the office, yeah.
Yes.
Vic does not
Funny.
know what the sound is and drive themselves crazy. Yeah, and it would always be short too, right? So
Yeah, it's just a little chirp.
yep. It wasn't like
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
where is it coming from? And then it was not on like a.
It was random.
It was kind of randomized the time between the little chirps that it would make, and so it was next to impossible to find the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably one of the better ones, I think. Yep. Let's see here. Then what was another Think Geek? I guess we do April Fools. Yep. They really had a great game going. I mean, they upped their game for. It was just so good. Yeah. April Fool. Yeah. Well, here's one with not as good as the Tauntaun, but.
Oh yeah, the Tauntaun sleeping bag was amazing.
Oh, here we go. They have an article here. Maybe it'll show up as real products. Yep. Let's see if we've wearable technical blanket, the Technicolor.
Jeez.
I buy that for $1. Quest board. Oh, that's okay. It's fun, but there we go.
That's
The Tauntaun sleeping bag started as a 2009 prank. It's just so good.
and the attention to detail. The interior looks like it's lined with intestines.
Yeah.
It has the head as a pillow, and then the zipper pull is a lightsaber. So pulling the lightsaber across it
Yep.
opens up the Tauntaun. It's just perfect.
Perfect.
I mean,
Yeah. Intestine print line and lightsaber zipper. Yep. Minus the smell. Even got up in the New York Times. Yeah. It's out of stock. Yeah. So how much was the Tauntaun? It wasn't that expensive. Yeah. Was it? Currently out of stock.
I think it was
$50 or something. Or
yeah, I think
$40.
it was like $60 or $70. I think
Yeah.
it was.
It's just great. I mean, it's just
absolute classic.
And that's when humor works too. When it's grounded in some reality too. So yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Yeah. Das Cannonstein.
I'm trying to remember. There was another one that they did that was like it was like a necromancer hoodie or something like that.
Okay.
Like it was a hoodie and it had like the sleeves were really baggy, would open up.
Oh yeah.
And then they had
a wizard.
LEDs on the inside of it so that when you would like hold your arms out, it looked like you were like shooting light out of the sleeves or something.
Well, I did buy a Star Trek T-shirt that lit up and it stopped working for the most of it stopped. Like one color worked, but it had like a sign on it, basically like an LED Star Trek sign. Yeah. So yeah, it was just so much fun to see that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the iCade. I still have one of these. I have the small one. This was the big one. And this became a real product too.
Hubert. Yeah.
Yeah, so it became a real product where you could put your iPad into this and it worked with the Bluetooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it became a real product. Yeah. And MAME emulator. Yep. So it was great. I mean, that was awesome. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I have the damn thing right on my desk here. Let me grab it. Where is it? I think it's back here. I'm gonna knock over some action figures. Grab it.
I eventually just got a full size arcade cabinet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a multi-cade. It's emulated, but whatever.
What's old school Galaga and all that good stuff?
Oh, it's got everything on it. Yeah, just anything you want to load on it, you can load on it.
Yeah, I was thinking of all those games, Galaga, Asteroids, Donkey Kong, all school, and then I was thinking of Dragon's Lair.
Oh yeah, Dragon's Lair. Those are tough to get working, depending on the
They have the
emulated arcade thing, because they're
those are
well. Remember they ran off laser discs,
laser discs.
Yeah, yeah.
and so you have to have these really huge files. Ah, cool. Yeah, that's the little one that you put your phone in.
Little
Yeah.
one you put your phone in. Yeah, I think it would only work with the iPhone. I might have gotten it working with my Android phone. And I guess there's buttons, and they had buttons back here you could use too. So, and then you had, but it was great. I mean, it worked as a Bluetooth controller, and for a while it was really sweet because I grew up with these joysticks, so whenever I try to use one of those freaking controllers, forget it. I'm totally useless. I need a joystick. So, yeah, it was a great idea.
I had to swap out. The cabinet that I got came with the ball top sticks, and I had to swap those out for the bat style sticks, because that's what I grew up with.
Okay, I had the ball style. Yeah. I had the ball style. Yeah, but April Fools with this Burger King toothpaste. Yeah. Oh
yeah, Whopper toothpaste. Yeah, that was. I remember that
toothpaste, one. Yeah. I think you're right. I think the Tauntaun sleeping bag is just that's just tough to beat. Yeah, just how are you gonna beat that one? Yeah,
it was just too good. It ended up becoming a real product. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, sleeping bag pager. But yeah, those are the good old days. Yeah.
Yeah, good old Think Geek.
Yeah,
I think I still have some. I think I still have some stickers around here that I got from Think, because they had they had like a monkey was their mascot.
Yeah,
the
monkey.
Stickers.
Yep.
With your orders, I think I still have one or two of those floating around here in a bag somewhere.
Oh, I do have the monkey. I still have the monkey, but I think he had like he had elastic bands in him. I think the bands went. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one you could launch.
You could launch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I have this, of course, on my wall. This is one of the greatest things ever. So let me grab that.
What you got? Mark's enabling.
well, I don't know if you can still buy this, but this, and then everyone would go nuts when I would show this. So
hey there, Donnie.
So this is.
Oh yes, I almost bought one of those.
Let me turn it on.
Classic.
So I had to. You can do. It's a sensor. It's got a sensor. So if you walk in the room, I think it's left. So it's really designed well. So it's got a left sensor, right sensor, and then. Oh, my batteries are dead. Let me check my hopefully my my batteries aren't corroded in here. Let me check. Yep. And this thing makes red alert sound, and it does the swish when you go through the door.
Yes. And
it's just so damn good. I got rechargeables in here, probably dead. But I had to turn it off because my wife was like, after swishing through. But I just love this sound. It's just so nice. Turn that freaking thing off before I kick your buttocks. Yeah. All right, let me go get some batteries. You guys have the floor. Let me get some batteries for this. Got to turn this on again.
Oh man! So you guys were talking about the Superman trailer. What were you thinking, Dave? I didn't hear what you had to say.
I try not to watch too much of the trailer, but I saw
yeah.
somebody talking about the robots, which I like in general. But the one robot says, because Superman says thank you, and he's like, "No need to thank us. We're emotionally devoid. We're just automatons."
Yeah, and then the next one goes, he looked at me.
Yeah, and I said that's just bad timing, right? If you're gonna have the robot act like, well, she was new, so that's why she was all giddy.
I don't know why being new would mean she has emotions where the rest of them don't, but whatever.
You're right.
Okay. I didn't hate it. I liked it better than some of the previous stuff we were shown, but
I just don't know, man. I don't know.
We got so much stuff at CinemaCon this week.
Oh, you went to, where was that?
Oh,
at?
no, I didn't get to go, but we got so much news from everyone that was there about all the stuff that was happening, all the new trailers and teasers and stuff that were being shown off this week.
Nice. Very nice.
Superman was just one of them.
Yeah, we'll wait to see. I'm sure there's going to be about 1,000 vids on it as soon as it comes out, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm still rooting for Superman. I really do want it to be good. I do.
Of course you do.
I potentially have some hope that it might be good, unlike any of the stuff coming from Marvel. I really don't think any of it's going to be any good.
What do you think of Lex casting?
Oh, the casting for Lex?
Yeah.
He's all right. I really don't have that. I really don't have like any problem with any of the casting for Superman per se.
He doesn't look mean enough for me.
No.
He doesn't have that gruff.
No.
You know what I mean, Mark? He's got to look.
I think
mean.
I think he'll work, but here's so now let me turn off the noise cancellation, so otherwise it's gonna go crazy. Let me do settings here. Let's see here. Audio, echo. Let's see. Oh, you know, I got to do it on over here on crisp here. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Off. No, they keep changing this thing. All right. Oh, it was off. All right. So, can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
You
bit.
hear the doors sliding open. The doors.
Yeah. So I think, and then you can do. Is it? Yeah. You can do the whistle.
Nice.
Yeah, the boat swayed. Nice.
And then I think there's a red alert. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
So it's like, does it get any better than this for your door? I mean, it's just. I think there's two settings here. One off. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Mochi, you want to come in, Mochi? Come here, Mochi. She likes cats going crazy. Come here, Mochi. Want to see? Come here. Well, we'll see if the cat comes in. But nope, now she's going away. But yeah, there was a ton of news, a ton of great streams out there from everyone. Yep. On all the news. Yeah, but the I was watching Film Threat, and female Silver Surfer. I guess she is the Silver Surfer in this. It's just an insult to the fans. Yeah.
Well, Mark, let's just ask you, because you're the expert on this, right? Has there ever been one in the comics?
A female Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's an obscure like Earth X one-off, and then you had another character that was in a Hercules comic. Like as an obscure. It was always
She's
just
never
like,
featured. It was
never featured. No, it was never featured. It was just like a alternative one-off, and I think one was trying to remember the relationship to Hercules or appeared in Hercules, but as Denzel says,
you have to set an example even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
Nice.
Right? I mean,
right.
It's just it really is an insult to the fans to gender swap, the Silver Surfer and not use Norrin Rad and use Shalabal. It's just they're being a-holes. I mean,
well, that's what they've been doing for the last decade.
Yeah,
right?
and it sounds like as all of us had kind of predicted that Pablo's like the wrong casting. Just it's wrong.
Yeah, he doesn't fit as Mr. Fantastic. I mean, you can like him and other stuff, and not think he's a good guy. He doesn't have the look, first of all. So let's pull up the trailer. I guess, did we get the CinemaCon trailer? Or
I don't think we've gotten the trailer.
No,
We've gotten a few shots.
FF4.
A couple of shots, maybe. Let me see if I can get superhero hype. I don't think any images have been released now. There's no images released. I'm trying to find. Yeah, it could probably be copyrighted, or we'll get it. But I guess we did see, from everyone, they do show her, and Doug Jones was phenomenal as a surfer back in the Rise of the Silver Surfer. His brilliant actor, Doug Jones, in terms of physicality, known for he can play any alien or mime anything, or just great body control, and he was phenomenal. I think it was Lawrence Fishburne that did the voice of the Silver Surfer. So the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four movie looked really good. It was just the movie was a screw up because they used the Fantastic Four Ultimates. They went with the Ultimates, version of Galactus, which was just terrible. So we've got of course, the space mission, that's fine, but I heard that Alan, or it was Chris Score, was saying, we're getting the mopey Reed, or the version of Reed that just is moping around. And Reed has a sense of wonder, and he's not going to be that mopey. Maybe if something goes bad, but you want that uplifting leader, and I guess it sounds like we're not getting that. Which is disappointing, to say the least. So, and why are they doing? Yeah, it's just horrible. I mean, what an insult to.
Sue Storm's pregnant, so it's not an origin story.
No. Yeah, she arrives and asks the group if they are protectors of this world before warning, your planet has been marked for death. Oh, F me. I just can't. It's just, I'm gonna boo when I see that. It's just. I mean, why are you doing that to us?
They're going with. Okay. I see what you're saying, Mark. Okay. Didn't we see this already?
No, but this was at CinemaCon.
No, I mean the Silver Surfer coming to warn the planet's going to be
destroyed.
But
we've already. What I was hoping was no, we don't see that in any of the trailers.
No, I mean the story in itself.
Oh, yeah.
With Galactus coming.
Yeah, but what I was hoping, some of us were hoping, well, maybe this is just an alternative version of the Silver Surfer. It's going to be another universe or multiverse, but we're really going to get Norrin Radd in the movie. It's not going to be her. You were we're trying to be hopeful geeks, or trying to come up with something maybe you'll see her at the end of the movie, or maybe Norrin Radd dies and the power cosmic goes to Shalabal, instead of. But we get Norrin Radd for the whole movie, but no. So she's coming as the Silver Surfer. And she's from Shalabal, a comic version of the Silver Surfer. No, she did not serve as Galactus's herald. No, that was an Earth X story. That's bullshit.
You need to make a video on this, dude.
that seems to be what
that's not your style, Mark. But you know what I mean.
Just seems to be what Marvel does best now is BS.
Yeah.
Hey, Picasso.
The footage, her design draws inspiration from. Yeah. No, you're wrong. Footage closes with her riding her board through an apocalyptic explosion, and then they're saying Franklin is going to be born. Why did they do that so early? You don't have to do. You don't have to do that yet.
Something tells me she's probably covered head to toe, and just has shiny hands and a shiny head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's going to be in a space, wetsuit.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't dare show, a shiny curvature.
No. Yeah. Well, she doesn't have much any curves.
No, that actress doesn't have a lot in the way of curves to start with. You're right on that.
But just bogus. The more I think about it, the more it pisses me off, and especially being a somewhat big Fantastic Four fan. Yep.
Yeah. I can see, Mark, you're probably not gonna like this one, man.
But we are getting a thing head popcorn bucket, so
yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, I'm not putting some of those comics on the stream, but I'm laughing. Yeah. Yeah, so that's just so we don't have. I guess we don't have any images of.
No, so far there's only been a few images
What's her name?
that have leaked. Julia Garner.
Garner, yeah.
Oh, you already pulled it up. You're too quick for me, dude. You already got it pulled up.
I mean, these are just this is just like a fan thing that's been done yet.
Boy,
So nothing is yet. And Claude is right, of course. Frankie Ray is a female herald of Galactus. Do I have a Frankie Ray here? Yeah, I do have a Frankie Ray right here. Yep. Let me grab my Frankie Ray. Now I'm never going to be able to get it back in Galactus's hand now, but because I have it in the So here's Frankie Ray from my. If you can see behind me, my big Galactus back there. But
that Galactus is awesome.
Yeah, Galactus is kick ass. Yeah. So
well, she's not going to look like that, or she's not going to look like Starfire. I can guarantee it, or the body form, right? I'll be surprised if it looks anywhere near that.
I'm going to put her back, so we're off mic for a second. But you're not going to get
the body.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything like that, probably.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Well, if they were smart,
but you should. But it doesn't even matter. You shouldn't have a female. So there's no female Silver Surfer. It's bogus. So let me put her back.
I even know that. I'm not. I don't comment too much on that because I know you're the expert on that kind of stuff there, man. But I even know that stuff.
I'll put her back later. It takes 20 minutes to get her into the hand.
You're gonna knock the other ones off, and then
there's like a hand
2 hours.
You have to hold it. Yeah, that's what happens. You go to grab one action figure and you knock like 30 down. Yeah.
You should probably put that Galactus in a plexiglass or something.
Yeah. He's okay there. Yep. He's too dangerous. Yep. But it's just there's just no. It's just
you're not going to get that version right there in the corner. Yeah,
no, but if
you do, that'll be a surprise, right?
Oh yeah. But I'm trying to remember what her appearances were. But female. I can't even stand typing it in. Silver Surfer.
Your hands are shaking.
Just nausea from the very idea of typing this in.
Yeah. This is drinking streaming for you now, right? You don't even drink.
Because I think it was Hercules Volume 2, Issue 3, where they had like some crazy version of the. It's always Shalabal. Let's see. Do they have? Here we go. Earth. It was Earth X. Yeah. Which is it doesn't. This version was transformed into Silver Surfer by Frank and Richard Galactus before she's later killed in battle against the Celestials. Following her own death, the original Silver Surfer reunites with Shalabal in the afterlife. Yeah, so it was like, Earth X number 12. It's like one issue.
Mm-hmm.
And Earth X doesn't count. I thought Earth X was, had some cool stuff in it. This comic probably is probably like $1 bazillion now, but but it was Franklin Richards who turned her, just as a part of the plot there, and then she dies battling Celestials. So, and that was probably not worth. Let me pull up my comic book program. Probably wasn't worth anything. Yeah, or use Terex. Yeah, there's plenty of things no, Terex is a man, so they can't use Terex, Claude. Come on. You know that. Let me open my comic book software and see what that was. Where my comic books? Whenever you do an upgrade, and then the icon disappears. Yep. But yeah, so Earth X number 12. Yeah. So it's not in mainline continuity to begin with. Oh, and by the way, they're getting rid of their the points too for Marvel Unlimited. So if you had Marvel Unlimited points, they're going away now. And then it was in What If? Yeah. What if Norrin Red did not volunteer? Right, that makes sense, right? So let's see. I got my comic book program up. So let's go to Earth X. I mean, does anyone favor this or?
No, it's just
no.
ridiculous. It's just more
makes
ridiculous gender politics crap. We're just so done with this.
Yep.
Just give us the characters we love. Stop screwing with it.
And especially as a first time out too. If you'd done this in like the 15th Fantastic Four movie, and Norrin Rad dies, and yes, I'd be incredibly annoyed and pissed off. But so here's the Earth X that Alex Ross, great Alex Ross cover. Let's see, number one.
Nightcrawler. I saw a picture of him doing some Nightcrawlers. He throws up on X every now and then. And his Nightcrawler one was amazing.
Yeah, every now and then.
Sorry.
No, every now and then, yeah, he goes on like this binge of like posting a bunch of his artwork.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah,
no, he does it like every other week or so. Like he starts posting like 17 things. He posts them one after another, and then he doesn't post anything for like 2 weeks. Then he comes back and like posts 17 more. I love his artwork. It's gorgeous.
His Nightcrawler was great. Some of his Supermans I like, and some but his Nightcrawler was amazing.
Let's see, download. See if there's any new covers to download. You check online here. So yeah, so that gives you the prices. So this is worth $6. So yeah, you get like a female Thor in there. But you're doing this alternative universe stuff. That's when you should do stuff like this, right? So there's number 7 with Banner, Doctor Strange, and they have a female Doctor Strange. But they're playing games. There's the Spider-Man one, Green Goblin.
No, Claude, she should be riding an ironing board.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, the Surfer was always a cosmic crybaby. Yeah. Yeah. With Disney, you can't get what you want. You can't get what you want. Yeah. And then we've got, is that supposed to be, who was issue 10? Who is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be?
Who's that right there?
That's not Rom, is it?
Was that Rom? That wasn't
Rom,
who that's
supposed to be. Yep.
Because I'm looking at the wolf there, and I don't know who that is. R2? Who's that? You got an idea?
Clue.
I don't have a
I don't know who that is. Yep.
What issue is that? I'll look it up.
Well, it's Earth X number
8?
10.
10?
10, yep. Or it could be it's a version of Ultron. Not sure the dog.
Yeah, I don't know what the wolf.
Yeah. There's Celestials there.
Here.
And then 12, we've got
there's a bunch of characters in it.
See, there's
Oh yeah.
So that's with the female Silver Surfer. Yeah, first appearance is Shia LaBeouf. So how much is that? Did that go include value graph? Let's see.
The skull?
Man-Wolf?
A Man-Wolf, maybe? That's J. Jonah Jameson.
And then maybe that's supposed to be Machine Man?
Oh, Machine Man or the Recorder. Yeah, I love the Recorder. The Recorder is a great character. Recorder was in the Hercules miniseries. I'm trying to see if this it's not showing me the graph. It's supposed to show me the graph there, but it's not. Let's see if the price went up crazy on this one, but yeah, someone Google Earth X12, or I'll do it on eBay. eBay Earth
already on there.
X12. I must have taken off like crazy value hit. Oh, $40. Okay, so that means that no one thinks this movie is going to be that good, right? I mean, because sometimes these Marvel one shots go crazy. So they're saying it's $40.
40 at the highest. Yeah, there's a bunch of auctions that are going on.
I mean, sell it now because once the movie comes out, it's gonna. I heard that she didn't look. People were complaining about the way that she looked too. So, in terms of the CGI, not looking good.
Well, yeah, you're not going to get a good.
Yeah. When was the last MCU movie we got with good CGI?
It's been a while, right? There's Galactus there.
There's Galactus. Yeah.
Yeah, so like the Eternals went up to huge outrageous prices, and
then the movie came out.
Yep. Yeah, I hate that an FF movie is coming out. Mike's not here to yell at the screen. Well, we'll have to yell loud enough so he hears us.
We're all gonna have to fill in.
Yeah, so they get the Thing's voices wrong. I do like the actors and Johnny.
That was like one of the first things everybody pointed out, right? Mark, you, Nick,
voice,
and a couple other people was the Thing's voice. Everybody
he just sounds like the regular guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any sort of effect to his voice at all.
That's not going to go over well.
It's weird. And maybe that was just a preview thing. Maybe that's something they could change right up until the day they release it. That wouldn't be hard, but it's just, yeah, that was definitely just didn't fit.
Well, you might be right if they smart like they were with Sonic, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the big thing when Sonic came out?
Yeah, Sonic had the awful teeth. And everyone said, "Oh, it's hideous." And they said, "You know what? You're right. We'll fix it."
And they did. And they went and they did fix it. Right?
And then they made 3 really successful movies.
made Jim Carrey lots of money too.
Oh,
he said he was
yeah.
Jim said he was giving up acting until he realized he needed the money.
You got to pay for those houses, man.
His art career wasn't working out for him.
Did his art career tank like Hunter Biden's did now? That no one's buying his paintings?
Yeah.
And Hail to Mark's 47. And Deeple 101. Hail, great to see you at Sunday Night Geekery. Thank you for stopping by. Yep. So we're commiserating about the new FF trailer with the Silver Surfette. I do like the set. I do like the color palette here. This is obviously an homage to the Ed Sullivan Show and the Beatles' first appearance. So if you look at Beatles, Ed Sullivan. Let's see. So I'm guessing this is going to be the Ed Sullivan Show.
It was in one of the things that I read about it. I guess it's the Gilbert Show is what they're calling it.
So it's not the Ed Sullivan, but it's
it's an Ed Sullivan like thing. I guess they come on the show and they're there talking to them about their mission to space and getting superpowers, and they're like talking to them about, oh, you're heroes and we owe you a great debt and all of this stuff.
Yeah. So here's of course that that famous iconic. So look at the stage.
Oh yeah, it's so clear.
Arrows there.
It's definitely inspired by that.
So that's which is great graphics. And of course, my mom told me about watching the Beatles on Ed Sullivan, and everyone was watching that. It's got to be one of the most watched things but not everyone had a TV. So like they were fortunate they had a TV, but people were coming over to their house to watch the Beatles. So just think of it. Now we've got these devices that we can carry around. We can watch everything. And Deeple 101 subscribed. Oh, thank you so much for the new sub.
Hey,
appreciate
awesome.
it. Yeah, awesome.
Mead Raid.
Very
dead
nice.
man. Mead Raid.
Hey, Mead Raid is here. Awesome. Mead. I love mead. Mead is a very good drink. It's Hercules' favorite. Yep. Oh, that's why the number is just.
I actually drink that.
Yeah, mead is
Viking
honey
blood.
based. Honey based. Yep.
Yeah, Viking blood.
They were doing a Val Kilmer ranking. Movies
tonight. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got to jump on one of those ranking streams one night before the Geekery. Couldn't tonight, but actually, we got all these people here. If you could all smash that like button,
yes,
that would be most excellent. That'd be really good. So, and Darth does not like the casting of Reed Richards with Pedro. I don't dislike Pedro, but just I do not like. I agree with that casting. I just
you gotta figure
like it.
How much money are they going to make just because people are going to be forced to go see it? you know, personally, because you're gonna go see it, right, Mark? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I got to go see it. A Fantastic Four movie. I mean, well, look, you know, if
I know you are R2.
yeah,
I think
yeah, like if you,
I don't know, R2, you might go see it.
Yeah,
Do I
it'll just
have- do I
depend.
have-
We'll see.
I might. I don't think I'm not much on going to the movies anymore. To be honest with you, I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, I can't remember last. Well, besides Godzilla -1, which I don't count. You know what I mean? That's always. But I'm going to be pressed to see if you can go see the Superman one. To be honest, with you.
I've got to. Am I going to smash all my FF toys? Let's see here.
No, you've got good stuff.
This isn't the real Fantastic Four. So
I'm really not a fan of the FF. I don't have much merch. So
I love how you have that set up too, though, with Reed stretched out like that above everybody.
That's Clobby's poster actually.
Yes.
This man is what we'd all chipped in to get him at, and then yeah. So I've got a few FF items in my collection. Yep, and of course Captain Crunch is the light there. Sorry, but and of course I've got the sign, and I've got a life-size Ben Grimm head right there.
Yeah, I like that head. No, that's a nice one.
So I have just a few, and then there's another Ben Grimm back there. There's more FF stuff up there. You guys have seen my office tour, but
I always see something new though, man. Every time.
Yeah, I'm always adding stuff, but
hey, Oliver.
yeah, it's just so goddamn frustrating that they're going that route with the female Silver Surfer. So we've got a lot of new people here. So this is the truth here.
You have to set an example, leaving in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
Yeah, and I might not like the casting of Pedro, but I could, if he's a good actor, and I can, get by that. But having a female Silver Surfer just makes me Hulk angry. It's just, Vanessa Kirby looks fine as the Invisible Woman. Of course, I don't think she's related to Jack Kirby, but that would be pretty amazing if she was, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is cool. Pedro on the chalkboard. Yep.
Well, I don't think you could have said it any better earlier. It's like they feel like they have to change stuff because that's what they've been used to, R2, right? And it's been going on for so long now.
Well, they gotta change things. They gotta not read the comic books. Just whatever you do, don't read the comics, people. And then, of course, if they do base any of their stories off comics, they gotta base them off the all new, all different, whatever, the newest stuff that hasn't sold well, right? They gotta base it off that. So.
They do the old stuff.
Yeah, and doing it because they feel like they have to change it, like an agenda-based driven stuff, which we all know about. We've been talking about it for years.
So frustrating.
So. Deepo, that is from that clip, and we'll play it again since it's so good.
You have to set an example, leaving in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
Is that
is from Crimson Tide?
Crimson Tide. I got it right.
Yeah. Yep. So
he was good in that.
Yep.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington just both putting on a tour de force. That's a great film.
Just the tension in that is just so good. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, and then Claude, I was trying to slowly rebuild Mike's FF collection to sell his collection because he needed money. I was only about 8 in before he left the planet. Yeah, god damn it. Yeah. So I remember him yelling whenever he'd bring something over, and that's the one thing he always told me, and of course you too, Claude, that he regretted having to sell that collection. I think didn't he have a beat up copy of #1 too, Claude? I think but we call them readers' copies, but who cares, right? At least you own it. You own that.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
I
love
get your hands
copy.
on a 1.
Still a piece of history.
You get it at a 3 or a 4. If you could get it at a 3 or a 4, wouldn't you get it, Mark?
Oh God! I mean, if I get it as a 1, anything.
Well, you don't want
to smell it.
Just
to smell it. Yeah.
Because you just treat it like an ancient parchment.
Yeah.
Like an old scroll.
Hey, no worries, Deeple. Don't be worried about tired.
Oh, Deeple, no worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here, man.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Yep, I saw Kirby and Mobius talking at Dallas Fantasy Fair. We had the history back then. Good. Mobius, did that great version of. I wonder what Kirby thought of the Mobius Silver Surfer. So Johnny looks the actor of Stranger Things. He looks better with dark hair. I'm used to him with dark hair, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
I think after watching this, I might have to go. If I force myself to see this, I'm gonna go back and watch the Venture Brothers parody episodes of them.
Yes, yes.
They are too.
Oh God, I love the Venture Brothers. Yeah, the Impossible Family. Yes,
The Impossible.
Great.
The Reed Richards character is
Professor Impossible.
Professor Impossible.
Oh, Mike,
Mark, I don't know if you know
annual
what we're
number.
talking about.
I don't follow the. I mean, I know who the Venture Brothers are, but no, yeah.
Yeah, well, they did a whole.
Don't want
Yeah.
them,
Yeah, there's a character in there that you meet. In fact, he's in the original, pilot episode. Who's all stretchy, and everything like.
Okay.
And he's Professor Impossible.
Professor Impossible.
You later learn his name is Richard Impossible.
Yeah.
His whole family is a parody of the Fantastic Four. So his wife is the Visible Woman. So her skin just disappears. So like the little model that you would make in elementary school, middle school, where the clear skin and you could see the muscles and
the
guts and
Visible
everything.
Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's the Visible Woman. And then her brother is the Human Torch, except he has to be kept in an environment where he doesn't have oxygen, because if he touches oxygen, he bursts into flames and runs around screaming because he's on fire.
Oh, because it hurts him, right?
Yeah, it hurts.
Man.
Yeah,
And then their friend is a mentally slow individual.
Okay.
But very funny.
But
Very
he's
funny guy.
in the accident, his whole body, his skin all over his body just turned into calluses.
Oh, kind of like the Thing then.
Like so he's this big guy. He's a little slow, but lovable, right?
Lovable, yeah.
Very lovable. Yeah, very lovable. It's a hilarious character.
Oh yeah, very funny. They write him very funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's their version of Fantastic Four, just like they have their version of Johnny Quest and
It's the whole
else.
thing is Johnny Quest almost, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. So Claude is saying that Mike's oldest was FF Annual number 2. Okay, I thought he owned some earlier stuff, but Claude would know. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Claude would know. Yep. And Donnie doesn't mind the Silver Surfette, to be honest. Well,
She
God bless
looks
you,
like a
Donnie, because
surfette.
I wish it didn't bug me, but I appreciate that sentiment.
Yeah, but is she going to look like a surfette?
Yeah.
We'll see what the movie, and like I was saying too, if they had
We'll see.
as a different alternative version or done something, flipped up the story, but had Norman Rad there as a Silver Surfer, maybe she gets turned into gets the power cosmic as well because of something, But they're just checking boxes just to be annoying. There's no need to do it. That's what drives me crazy about this stuff. There's no need to. There's no great need to do it. Yeah. And Secret Siders was a Cartoon Network tribute to the FF and Challengers of the Unknown. Yep. So there's trying to go. Icarus trying to fly too high. Well, these we've all seen from the trailer, and these I love these Thing masks. Hopefully they'll have Halloween costumes. Hopefully the Thing gets some love. It's been a while these days, so Ben Grimm's been kind of ignored, and this Fantastic car is cool. I guess.
And that's practical. They actually built that, which is impressive.
That looks great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to tie this into the. Are they going to appear from another universe, or they were stuck in the negative zone, or I don't know how they're going to tie this together.
Is it Gandalf?
Is it Gandalf? No, that's Red. The guy that controls all the super apes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Red. I was gonna say Red Skeleton.
No.
Not Red
No,
Skeleton.
Red Skull.
Red Skeleton.
Not Red Skull.
Red Skull.
It's not Red
I've
Skull.
read
Is it
hundreds of comics. Yeah.
Is that Red Skull in disguise?
No. He's a Soviet. He's a Soviet. He's a Russian guy. So it's like they've got Super Monkey, Red Ghost. Jesus
Red
God,
Ghost,
Mark.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's got his super apes, and it's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know
like a
that.
riff on the FF. So he's got his super apes, but he's it's Russian Ivan Krogov, and back then it was a Cold War thing too. So in terms of
well, if this is a period piece, they could still do a Cold War thing, right? Because the Soviet Union would still be around,
right?
Yeah, that's what it's set back in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, 60s.
Yeah,
60s, 70s.
Yeah, FF was
disco era. They're gonna have Ben Grimm doing Saturday Night Fever.
I hope not. And this is cool. This is great. With the Galactus, helmet in the background there. Yeah, that's pretty well done. Yeah, and that's what you should do for a teaser, right?
Yeah.
Not show.
That's
Seems like it ought to be
There
a
you
lot
go,
bigger
Mark.
than that. But
That's your teaser right there.
Yeah.
Right.
My son's living around here right now, so he's in big trouble. I hope he gets out of there. Yeah, we get the rear. We get the rear of Galactus. Don't clip that, please. And hail to great Brian Hepburn. Great to see you on Sunday Night Geekery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of cool, right? Yeah, that's what you want to see, something like that. I guess, is he going to try to take out the Statue of Liberty? They should have made the Statue of Liberty a dude in this movie just to flip things up.
Yeah, if you're going to do it for one, do it for another.
Yeah. So these are all clips from the trailer, but I don't think we haven't gotten anything that.
There hasn't been anything. There's just been a handful of shots, just from iPhones or whatever, that have leaked out from what was shown at CinemaCon. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see more of that, I think.
And we'll get those eventually.
Oh yeah, eventually. And we'll be mad about it when they come out.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm not going to play this because maybe Emergency Awesome has the trailer. Let me copy this link and see. This could be you're not allowed to, show anything from the CinemaCon. I think your phone's supposed to be off. Let's see it. Oh, they're just doing.
They're messing with you.
They're messing with you. Yeah, they don't have.
They
don't have any footage yet, because you'd be in big trouble if you put. And sometimes footage does make it.
Yeah, sometimes there's some leaks. But...
There's some leaks and stuff. Yeah. So they're showing some graphic. I'm just looking, and they're putting in graphics where where you think the stuff would appear. It's just a pain that they're going this way. It's like, why are you doing this crap? Stop it. Please stop. So allow, okay, continue without disabling. Okay, Friday. So I guess until we get that, we're not going to see much there. But
well, it's not too much longer before this is coming out. I think we're probably going to get a full blown trailer pretty soon.
Right.
This comes out is it the first week of July?
Let's see. When is it coming out? Let's see. Let me goggle out. Someone in the chat will let us know. Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
July 25th.
July 25th.
So that's going to be
that's right.
Yeah, late in July. So maybe we have another month before a trailer.
Yeah.
Full blown trailer.
So I guess let's check out this. It's fun to always talk about what's. I've got my router blocks ads, so it's like. But watch all my YouTube shows for all my ads, please. Yeah. One of the Super Apes, a baboon who could create a machine gun was scary, especially when I was a kid. Yep. Look under the skirt. And Claudia said, Pedro has a fat face. Reed Richards looked like a Matinee Idols on the 40. Yes, he did. Yep. And I don't have a face that looks like the Idol Millions either, but yeah. So this is Mission Impossible, I guess. Tom Cruise is showing some age there. He is how old is Tom Cruise now? 60 something, or
it's got to be.
Speaking of somebody that would have made a much better Reed Richards, there's Glenn Powell.
Boom. Yep. Glenn Powell. Perfect. Yep. There you go.
There you go. Right there, R2. Yeah, you got it.
R2 just saved us. Yep.
Would have made a much better Reed Richards.
Yeah, what's wrong with that guy right there?
And then we could have Sydney Sweeney as the Invisible Woman. Aren't there? There's something going on with
What's wrong with that?
What do you mean?
Or we could have had her as the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
So much. She's not tall. Not tall enough.
Yeah. So this year's Vegas gathering was a tense, testy affair that threatened to resurface old tensions between studios and exhibitors. The frustration of the past 5 years, during which the pandemic and 2 labor strikes left the movie theater business a pale shot of itself, nearly boiled over. And I don't blame you. If you've got all this money invested in movie theaters. Now, I read AMC today is opening up 200 more Dolby. If you're a Spinal Tap fan, you gotta say Dolby, not Dolby. Dolby theaters.
Dolby.
When I go to see a movie now, it's either an IMAX or Dolby, because I'm paying the extra $5, but I'd rather have reclining seats and the best picture and sound. So you do have to have a good experience, or like Alamo Draft House, which is renowned for their experience in a movie theater. You can buy beer and drinks, and you want it to be an extra special experience. Yeah. So 2025 has been positioned as the movie theater industry's grand return to the glory days, with cinema operators in Hollywood promising that a wave of superhero sagas, star-driven vehicles, and fantasy adventures would reinvigorate ticket sales. Instead, revenues are down 10% from 2024 as the likes of Snow White and Mikey 17 flopped at the box office. Whose fault is it? Well, Snow White sucked, and Mikey 17 sucked. I mean,
God, I didn't even know that was even
premise. Oh, what a terrible waste of a interesting premise that they had going. They just had to turn into the Orange Man Bad and make fun of Donald Trump with that movie.
Mm-hmm.
They just had to go. They had to go, and the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, was just so over the top, and what a ridiculous character. So
De Niro's movie tanked too, didn't it, Mark? I mean, to cut you off,
yeah.
but sorry.
Yeah. No, his movie tanked too. But the problem was, you can appreciate someone's acting skills, but Ruffalo was playing a character that was supposed to be like a Reed Richards type, who was leading a group to another. They're leaving Earth and they're trying to colonize another planet, and he's acts like a buffoon and a moron. And you're just not getting to another planet, or you're not staying in charge of a company, acting like a petty dictator. It was just so, and the satire just fell so flat. It was just horrible. Just, Paulie fell asleep in the movie theater and then left. Didn't even finish watching. It was so bad.
Which one again? Was it the Mikey?
Mikey 17, yeah.
He fell asleep.
Yeah, when he was on a few weeks ago, we were talking about it. Yeah.
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 Wow.
Tom Cruise is 62, yet he does look good for 62. He's in fantastic shape. So
yeah. Oh, Legend was on something the other day. I don't know what it was, on Roku channel or something. I was like, oh my God, Legend. Imagine I could get that on physical media.
So here they're saying, yes, studios believe that exhibitors haven't done enough to innovate. They think too many venues are outdated. I agree with that. Cinema operators haven't embraced discount pricing to entice cost-conscious customers. Theater owners argue that their business has been hurt by studios' insistence on releasing new films and home entertainment within a few weeks of the theatrical debuts.
Yeah.
Oh, and they'd like a lot more movies. Well, when I was a kid, you didn't have nearly as many movies, right? Didn't movies last longer in the movie theater back in the 80s and 90s?
Well, and they had more mid-budget movies too. They had stuff that was coming out that, 50 million, 30 million, 15 million, right? Instead of everything has to be some huge tentpole $250 million blockbuster, and then they get 4 of those, from a studio a year or something, instead of 20 mid-budget movies that could have been made.
Yep. No, that's what I'm saying. And good night to Deepa 101, and thanks for subbing. And anyone.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Yep. And anyone new here, we thank you. Tom is here, so thank you, Tom, for sending everyone over. Much appreciated for the raid. I do like getting raided when it's not involving chemicals that are black flagged. And if you could hit that like button, and hey, why not sub too? It's free to sub. Hit that sub button. Why not? Sorry, Dave, you were saying?
No, I mean, if you like, R2 was touching on it. If you look at the lineup of some of the late 80s movies, just like I just pulled up 86. I didn't even pull up like 87 movies, like, Highlander, Hoosiers, Big Trouble in Little China. You know, I had to pull that up, right?
Yeah, you had to pull that up. Yeah,
Labyrinth, and that's just 86. I mean, when was Predator? When was Top Gun? In those, you know what I mean?
Predator was late 80s, early 90s, wasn't
87, 89.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at the quality
87.
and the action movies, they crushed it back then, right? They just absolutely crushed it compared to the stuff that goes on nowadays.
I think
right?
82 was the best year ever for movies, or 82 or 83.
Oh yeah, 80. There were so many things.
Wasn't it 82 that was just kicked ass? Yeah.
But yeah, the budget for Predator was 18 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
this was Arnold. Yeah.
Man, you just go on and on and on. Just even in 86 alone, stuff like Short Circuit, or just other crazy ones in there. You know, just throw anything in there with happened. Platoon. My God.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, if you in Delta Force with Chuck Norris, all those movies are so good.
Yep.
You know, and then I don't know what happened to him, man. Well, I mean, I do. I just won't beat a dead horse about it, but you know.
And hail to Eric K. Great to see Eric K.
Hey, Eric.
Yep. And I know Eric is a huge Silver Surfer fan, and he's not happy about the casting. I don't know if you were here or heard me commiserating with my buddies here about the CinemaCon news that it actually is is quote unquote, I can't say it, the Silver Surfer, not like some obscure character or someone that appears at the end of the movie, so here, getting back to this article, this AMC CEO is saying movies need to stay in theaters for 60 days. I mean, because if a movie's coming out in 2 weeks onto your streaming service, unless it's a huge event movie, why am I going to schlep myself to the movie theater unless I, especially if it's a comedy or something that's not especially visual? Yeah. Why go? So I guess during COVID they said, 17 days was the length. So I think Mickey 17 actually is streaming now, right? Streaming. So I guess that
might be. Yeah, there's a bunch of those
disaster.
Those movies that have not been very successful, that have been moving straight to streaming within weeks.
Right?
And they're saying now 45 days is what they're looking for. I think that would help. Most movies are going to peter out within a month.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. But these theaters are struggling. They're really struggling to make it. There's just the movies are not drawing people to the theaters, for one. They're bad. Nobody wants to go see them. And then also we've now gotten trained to this point where the only thing that most people are willing to go to a theater for is these huge blockbusters. They're not going to go there to watch the other stuff. They'll say, I'll wait for streaming. It's fine.
Yep. Yeah. What? Yeah. The small movie, the mid movies, like The Sure Thing, which is one of my favorite all-time movies.
Yeah.
And that's not getting made today, probably. And Eric K here was with the Silver Surfers, Nor and Rad. Period. End of story. So we'll just play this one more time.
You have to set an example even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Joe, come on. No. Come on. It's not like
there's
Joe,
no call for that.
No call for that, Joe. Come on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my buddy Paulie's here now. Do not let Tom on the stream. Well, if you do want to, it's the same. It's a secret. It's the same link as always, Paulie, because I use that feature in StreamYard. So if you feel like popping in, obviously no obligation, but if you look in your Twitters, it's the same. It's the same link as always. If you want to counteract Tom, if Tom does pop in, but we're just talking.
So they've been trying to hold these. They're only trying to get movies out of the theaters within 17 days. That's ridiculous.
they'll leave them in the theaters for longer, but they want to be able to start putting them on their streaming services and putting them out for on-demand purchase. Yeah, within 17 days. Yeah, I think right now most of them are doing the on-demand purchases after a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and then another week, 2 weeks after that they go to streaming.
You're absolutely right. I watched part of Godzilla and Kong on the way to Ireland back in October, and it had just hadn't been out that long on the flight.
And I mean, I got to say that the theater owners are going to have to do their part too. The reality is that unfortunately, content for the generations coming up behind us is very different from from what we used to enjoy. We loved long form content. We grew up with long form content, going to the theater and sitting for a 2-hour movie and just absorbing that. You got a generation coming up that the content they absorb is 15-second clips on TikTok, and that's what they're used to. And you can't generally hold their attention hardly for an hour and a half. Hell, I can't hold my students' attention for 50 minutes half the time. So it's
scouts, we take away the phones or tell them they got to, if you're on a hike, you can take pictures, but let's put that phone away.
They are
move off the cliff
that.
with the phone.
I think really that in some schools. Sorry,
though thankfully they are. Yes, they are starting to do that in a lot of schools. Take the phones away, and we've had this discussion with my son that you're probably not going to get to have phones in school next year. What? I'm telling you, dude, your school's going to have a policy. You're not going to be allowed to have phones. Why?
Schools are going that route. Yep. Because the kids are on.
Yeah,
the kids are on their phones.
Looking at your freaking phone all day long. He was texting me during lunch on Friday.
Yep.
About some video he watched about the Switch 2 or something, and I'm like,
Dad, can I have the Switch too?
Go back to school. Talk to other humans around you. Do something.
Right?
Yeah. But I think that these theater owners, they're really going to have to step up their game, because I think that the future of theaters is going to be more of a boutique experience. It's going to be something, we've had these sort of dinner and a movie things like Alamo Drafthouse.
Yeah, I love those. Yep.
We're going to have more things like that. And I do think, AMC as one that has already announced plans to do that kind of thing. And I just don't know how quickly they're moving on it, right? But doing things like adding pickleball courts.
That's ridiculous.
Indoor golf.
Well, you could have it as a multi-entertainment, like an arcade, I think fits.
Exactly. And I think that's what they're thinking, is that, they're going to take some of their theater space and say, we've got these smaller theaters over here on the side. Usually these are sitting here showing a movie that maybe get 14 people to see it in a day. Right. So let's just wipe out that theater and I'll turn that into an indoor, pitch and putt or whatever. Right.
Yeah. Well, we don't need it. Just pitch and putt or something. Yeah, something with an arcade or something like that.
Yeah, arcades, all sorts of different things that they could do with it. So yeah, who knows?
Hey, Tom is here instead of going to bed.
Well, I'll come in for a little bit since Paulie said I should go to bed. I can't. I got to be a rebel.
Well, Paulie, you should come on and yell at.
Got to stick it to Paulie.
Yell at Tom.
Stick it a little bit. No, Well, I understood from what I was hearing about the theater thing was Professor R2. From what I thought they were talking about, they were talking about doing like screenings where you could smoke weed or be on your phone or interact certain ways with the movie. And I think this Minecraft movie might push a lot of theaters to thinking that this might not be the worst idea.
Yeah, there's been thoughts about that too. Yeah,
to where I think in some of these screenings where you got a movie that's not playing well anymore, where if they want to turn around and make Friday night special weed night and they're going to show like 3 Cheech and Chong movies, I don't see where that might not be a bad idea. Or with some of these movies with this Minecraft thing, be like, this is the night you come with your phones, otherwise no phones.
Yeah,
right? And I could see that becoming a thing, and it might not be a bad thing for the theaters.
Well, I do know one thing that's been fairly common in recent years. They've started adding more of these, are these more kid-friendly things, kid-friendly showings where they leave the lights on,
Mhm.
right? Or,
Oh,
or at
okay.
least part of the lights are on, then they turn the volume down so that for people that have like sensory issues and stuff, it doesn't bother them as much. I've seen some versions of that, and yeah, a lot of those they'll also let you have your phone out and
We've got
a little bit more
we've got
relaxed.
Claude is
Claude.
here, but hey, Claude,
Hey.
but I do want to acknowledge the Dead Man's awesome super chat here. He says happy late first contact day. So we've got to play
shit.
a couple of
When was
things
that?
for a couple days ago was first contact day. So,
Superman.
let's play a few things.
Wrong
for
kind of
that.
contact there.
Yeah.
Would you like some toast? Some nice hot crisp brown buttered toast.
You're a dumbass.
Double dumbass on you.
Hello, computer.
And how about the nerds?
Get those nerds! 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 What?
Thank you so much, the Dead Man. And I'm gonna, Claude, I think I have something that you're gonna like here. Let me turn my camera on again. This is the one true Silver Surfer here. So
It looks like a Lego man.
it's a Lego man. So I was printing these. So one of these might end up with Eric K. Won one of the giveaways. So
Is that Galactus or is it Silver Surfer? I can't tell because it's Lego.
that's Silver Surfer.
Or not Galactus. Yeah.
It's not Surfette. Yeah, no, it's not a Surfette. The Surfer has. Never mind. But
I meant
yeah.
Colossus. I'm sorry, not
Colossus.
Galactus.
Oh, Colossus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
that's what
thinking we were looking to see if there were.
My
any-
joke didn't work. It was supposed to be funny, but
I thought it was wondering if you're going to say if the Lego guy had the Lego figures have no balls. But that's
well, there's that too. So it's the female male one.
Yeah.
The male to female one.
Yeah. So so this is the one true Silver Surfer. So if they had this surfer in the movie, I would have been fine with that. Much better. And then I got the camera up. I'll show you this was the Hulk that I just finished painting. So with my Hulk smash. So I put up a short on this, and I got 20,000 views in one day.
Nice.
I was really happy about
That's
that.
awesome.
With the
Well,
Hulk. Yep,
hobby
yep.
stuff, and this is what I tell people. Sometimes you'd be surprised what kind of hobby stuff there isn't a lot of channels for that people will click on certain things.
You want to?
Let's see here. Did we get it? Okay. Yep, we got that. So, Claude, how's it going?
Hey, can I share a little story about Fant Four Stick with you?
No.
Of course.
All right. A lot of states like to drag money in by giving tax credits to movie companies that come into town. We have big freaking studios in Baton Rouge, and when I found out that they were making Fant Four Stick, what it was going to suck or blow. It did both, but I saw Reg Cathy, the guy who played Franklin Storm in Fant Four Stick in Barnes and Noble, and I wanted to go say hi, but I didn't know him from Fantastic Four. I knew him from The Wire, and found out later he died like 6 months later. And I should have gone up and said hi because we were like 10 feet apart. And he was in Barnes and Noble looking at books. And it was like the beginning of Free Enterprise. Like I want to walk over and say, you like books? But anyway, there was a party at a friend's house. I don't think you met Scooby when you were here, but
I didn't know.
Okay, good for you.
Good for you.
I've known him for almost 30 years now, and he was having a birthday party for his son across the river in Port Allen at his palatial estate, and two of the guests were production assistants on Fant Four Stick. And if I had known that, I would have gone by Mike's house and said, "Look, I don't care if you're in your underwear, we're going." Pam and I went over there. Scott, Scooby, introduced me to him. He said, that's my friend Claude. He's a big old comic book geek. I'm not embarrassed. I don't care. But I said, it was a couple. It was a married couple. And I said, why with 50 years of continuity did they pick this story? And this is, a whole lot of stuff was being leaked out. Josh Trank over here, he impressed nobody because they rented a house for him and the SOB trashed it. Came in drunk every day. I guess the movie directed itself. But when
You're welcome, by the way.
when I said why did you pick this story out of 50 years, they actually looked at each other and said, "What do you mean, 50 years?" And I said, "Yeah, it was a comic book from the 1960s." And I told them what I knew about it. Also slid in that little reference that Challenge of the Unknown was the original Fantastic Four, and that's Stan Lee got a great idea. Which was actually Kirby and a guy named Dave Wood and Wally Wood inked it, of course. But they did Challengers of the Unknown, and if you just look at the characters from Challengers, there's a corresponding character in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's the FF,
and
without superpowers.
Yeah, right. Living on borrowed time, as they called it. They decided to become adventurers when their rocket plane went up and it came down and crashed, and they all got out without a scratch. Fantastic Four. Challengers of the Fantastic was like Marvel admitting that they ripped off Fantastic Four from Challengers of the Unknown. That was the amalgam universe, which DC and Marvel got together and came up with Dark Claw, which was Wolverine and Batman, Super Soldier, which was Captain America and Superman, melted into one character. But when I told him that, he really wished he had been there. And he could have been an advisor on that set. He could have gone in and say, "Okay, Michael B. Jordan, we know you're a great actor. I think you got nominated for an Oscar, but how would you like to play instead of Johnny Storm? Play Wyatt Wingfoot." The thing probably would have been Wyatt Wing what?
Yeah,
because
Wyatt
it
Wing,
seemed
yeah.
like they had no clue what they were doing. And I know Josh Trank didn't know what he was doing because I think his only movie before that was Chronicle, which was what they call a found footage film. Cute, huh? I watched
And
it.
that was
and
with
it was,
that was with he was
Michael
in the,
B. Jordan was in it.
Was in the, yeah.
And the kid who played Harry Osborn in Spider-Man 3 was the bad guy in it. But it's probably Hollywood grabbing something that they think, oh, nobody's going to know this. Like Guardians of the Galaxy. Literally, you and Mike knew who they were. And somebody said, we're making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The rest of the world went, huh? Where's another Harry Potter movie? Can we have that? But they don't. They have never respected the source material. And the first time they mentioned Jack Kirby as sole creator is on the Eternals. And it's like they didn't want Stan to take the blame for it. This is all Jack. But guess what? Jack's Eternals were not robots.
Yep. They were not. Yep.
No.
It's not his best. It's not his best. Not his best work. We reviewed it with
but
Mike, but it was still good. It was nothing like the horrible movie that came out. Yeah.
And there is a oversized, a gigantic hardcover. It's like the Kirby is fantastic, Kirby is mighty, Ditko is strange. Those big books. This was the Eternals, and I think it's the entire run in one book for $50. I only saw it at Second and Charles, and everything else there was ridiculously priced. And I looked at it and went, I got all the originals. I've got volume 1 and volume 2 with the trade paperback. The collected version that I got out. So I didn't need it because it was big. I mean, my eyes aren't that bad.
Only like 17 issues of the Eternals, or 17,
Yep.
18,
and two annuals.
2 annuals, aren't you? Yep. Well, here, as you mentioned, the Challengers of the Unknown. Look here, we've got Rocky Davis. I wonder who that could be. Red Ryan, maybe the Human Torch. Professor Haley, Mr. Fantastic. Then
Yeah.
of course you got Dr. June Robbins. That's the Visible
Well, that
Woman.
no, it didn't start out with a woman. I mean, there was one in there,
Yeah,
but
she's added later. Yeah, Ace.
but there was a
Ace
blonde
Morgan.
guy.
Ace Morgan.
Ace was the. It was probably Kirby doing gender swapping back in the day, before it was a thing.
Yep. Yeah,
And it is worth looking at because it's Jack Kirby with one of his best inkers ever, Wally Wood.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
you see this, and this is the first iteration of the Fantastic Four, and inventors, always come up with iterations. Like I talk about how my dad was a inventor. If you look at the first version of his invention, which became very successful, it worked, but to bring it into production, you got to refine it and change it, and this is that first iteration of the FF.
And there,
no doubt
and
about it.
There was not a lot of Challengers of the Unknown by Kirby.
Right.
There was a DC archives of it, and I got it at Wizard World years ago. It's a $40 or $50 book. I got it for $6.
Nice.
Actually, because nobody had heard of them, and the next big thing coming out that somebody once told me will never happen. And I said years ago, I talked to Mike Grell at the comic shop in Biloxi. When are they ever going to do an omnibus of Warlord? He said, "Oh, I don't think that's ever going to happen." Well, November, the Warlord omnibus, the Mike Grell Warlord omnibus is coming out. You're welcome.
Nice. Yeah, and as Professor Arturo said, Master Skin Diver. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
verbiage
that's a skill set.
It means
there.
what you want it to mean. A master skin diver. Only his hairdresser knows for sure.
Yeah, just.
And I'm not worried about how this is going to make people see the comics because, as I've said before, most of the movie-going audience has never. They heard of Superman back in 78, 79. They've heard of it. And they might have even seen the George Reeves TV show or the Saturday morning cartoons. They had no clue about any of Superman's backstory. And in 2 hours and whatever it was, like 15 minutes, you can't really, you can scratch the surface, but you can't really get into a character like that. Although I will say, and this is a minor begrudgingly admission, Christopher Reeve is the best screen Superman ever. I do have a sentimental favorite, George Reeves.
Mm-hmm. For the old school classics.
Yep.
Got that
he had the best costume too.
So, Tom, I know you can't stay too long because you've been streaming probably all day, but and you do your great selection show. We lost Val Kilmer. What movie came out on the top there? I guess Tombstone, or was it?
Oh yeah, Tombstone was there. I got the Real Genius, Top Gun, Tombstone, Heat, and Prince of Egypt, and Maverick. All made the A tier. B tier was Top Secret, Willow, Doors, Thunderheart, Batman Forever, Ghost in the Darkness, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. C was Real McCoy and the Saint. D was Red Planet, and F was Island of Dr. Moreau. So
you didn't even have to say it. You could have just said F was, and
made the list.
Yeah, and I kind of curated it as best I could. I know a few titles that people were upset that got left off, but it was just kind of like we have a time constraint. Plus, it was ones that he was kind of either the main star or whatever in, or one of the main
not
stars.
a bit part, right? Yeah.
And there's nothing lower than F to put.
And
Moreau in.
You kind of got to ignore the last 10, 15 years of his career because it's just
Yeah,
straight to streaming.
he made some of those Tubi movies. Yeah. You got to get a paycheck too, right? So.
Well, it to me it wasn't great, but I think his appearance in Top Gun Maverick gets an honorable mention.
Yeah, I was thinking about leaving it off the list, but we had some pretty good arguments made that it should be on there because of how big his role is in it, as far as like how it plays into the story.
Yeah.
And I also was like, you know what? It's a sequel, and he's a big part of the original, and he's in the sequel, so I made a executive decision on that.
And he outranked
the boss.
Tom Cruise in that movie.
Technically, you're right. Yeah,
he did. Yeah.
he got him. Well, and he got him the job. That's kind of the argument that was made to me of why I should keep it on the list. So.
And it's just such a great moment. He's barely on the screen, but
and it's kind of our goodbye to him in a lot of ways.
It
really
was
yeah.
really sad. And his son did some dubbing. They did some early AI dubbing too of his voice because his voice was really bad. But if you go back and look at this stuff, go back and look at his interviews on Letterman. I think Letterman really liked him. The guy, he was such a lively actor to sit and talk, and he was talking to Letterman about Island of Dr. Moreau and working with Marlon Brando, and he said he didn't know how to approach it. So one of the things he did was we have the smallest man in the world working on this movie. He said he's like 24 inches tall. He's like a magazine centerfold. And when he said that, Marlon Brando was really interested in meeting the smallest man in the world. He's really the smallest man in the world. Really?
Didn't Brando go totally off the wall on that
movie?
Yeah.
Wasn't Brando totally off the
Brando
wall? in that
lost
movie?
his mind on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't show up, and then I remember listening to some Val Kilmer interviews, like just Brando wasn't there, and weren't they paying him millions of dollars for that movie? And
I think he got his customary at the time $2 million, which was big bucks back then.
Yeah.
Well, the other
I wonder
movie
what
that
he got paid for Apocalypse Now.
Superman
Apocalypse
he made that
Now?
on, and yeah, he got that
He
for
called
most
it-
of his movies.
Yeah. He was describing the way they paid him about how you smile. He said for like 50,000 you'll get this, and it's like his mouth was shut, but he was smiling. And then when he said for $2 million, and he did this big grin, he said, "You get the whole Flatbush Cemetery."
And 6 is here. 6. Did someone say Island of Dr. Moreau? Yes, we did. Sorry. Please stick around though.
Yeah.
Hello and goodbye. No, don't do this. Thanks,
Yeah,
thanks.
don't hold it against us. It's just something that happened that was beyond our control.
And you can't understate too how huge Kilmer was. I remember when he did the Doors movie, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
He was such a rising star then. And then when he got the Batman role, and I do like Batman Forever and Top Secret's an A++. I love the corny joke. So yeah.
That's
I can
great.
see why it's B tier, but God, that movie, my dad and I loved. God, we loved that. He loved corny jokes. So like that's one of the memories watching that.
Yeah,
like
we
with
watched-
my dad.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
No,
we watched
just saying,
Real
you
Genius.
can't
with
stop
the kids.
laughing, right? My kids didn't like Real Genius. Am I a bad parent?
I don't know. No, we
Real-
watched
Real
it with the
Genius
kids
was-
just this weekend, and they loved it.
Yeah. Real Genius was my first Val Kilmer movie that I can remember.
Same.
I don't know if it would age very well. I mean, I could see where. Yeah,
My kids didn't like it. I mean, my kids are in their young 20s now, and
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, with a younger crowd, I don't know how well it would play now.
It
So you
did
got to
not
remember
play
that
well
came
with
out
them.
during the Revenge of the Nerds era, and it's kind of a different time. So I don't know. But with that, I do need to run because I need to find something to eat.
Yeah, go. Oh,
My stomach is cramping
do you
up here
need
before he
that-
starts showing me fancy foods.
Oh, yeah, before we do
I
the.
ate Culver's before I came on the show. I learned my lesson, Tom.
You're welcome for that too, just like the Fan 4 stick stuff.
As long as you got some cheese curds, Dave.
I didn't get the cheese curds, man.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's almost
I passed.
sacrilegious.
No, I
What?
probably shouldn't even brought it up.
Nah, that's all right.
And 6 is
No.
right. No, Mark, they're
Bad
bad
kids.
kids. Yeah, thank you.
You're not the problem, trust me.
I'm not the problem. I
It's
tried.
Be right back.
So it's a good thing I'm not going to share any of the food pictures, the food that I made
My
tonight.
favorites
so.
right there, man. Oh,
Yeah,
and their
because
brisket.
Those look
you
pretty
wouldn't
good.
want to. You wouldn't want to plate a steak right now,
Oh,
right?
I see that right now. I see that. All right, I gotta go. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Take
Tom.
care.
Yeah, take care. See you soon. Yep.
Have a good night.
See, now I want cheese curds, but nobody's open.
No one's open for the cheese curds. Yep, yep.
Hey, have you ever thought of inventing clam curds, Mark?
You know, I don't think the clam curds would go over well even with me.
Bacon
Get
wrapped
some of that
clam curd.
Wisconsin cheddar.
Oh, this is an amazing quote here. To get the role of Jim Morrison, Val Kilmer learned 50 Doors songs. He sang them so well that when they heard him sing them, the real members of the Doors couldn't tell whether it was his or Jim Morrison's voice.
Yeah, he from what I understand, he recorded I think 9 tracks and gave them to the director and said, tell me which ones are me and which ones are Morrison.
Wow.
As part of trying to get the part. And then later on he basically asked him about it and he said, "Oh, they were all me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super talented guy, and F cancer. Right? I'm not wearing my F cancer shirt tonight.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess he passed the pneumonia, but you knew that he was in a frail state from battling cancer. So, everyone has lost weight too. I'm sure everyone out there.
It's
now
not always the
someone
cancer
has
that
lost
gets
weight.
you. Yeah.
But and what a heartthrob he was too. I mean, just
Well, Val Kilmer lives on through all these people watching Tombstone for the first time and reacting to it on YouTube. And I can't believe how stupid some of these people are because they've never seen Tombstone. It's like, are they going to be friends? Is Doc going to kill Wyatt? It's history, damn it. Crack open a book.
Half of those aren't real anyway, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was historically inaccurate. They left out an entire brother. Maddie was not his wife. She was actually a prostitute. That's why, what's his name? Virgil and Wyatt were basically pimps.
It was the Saturday morning cartoon version of what took place at the OK Corral. It really was, but it was a really well done movie. The acting was fun, the dialogue was good, it was snappy. It was a very entertaining version of that story, but not accurate at all. No.
Yeah.
The Wyatt Earp film that came out.
Well,
it was filled with genuine characters, though.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, that Wyatt Earp and him and the Billy Bob Thornton
Turkey
guy.
Turkey Creek. And what's the other guy's name? One he called Meet Some Fellow Sophisticates. The two guys who had a gunfight as they were walking out of the bar.
Turkey Creek Johnson or something like
Yeah.
that.
I thought Star Trek did the best version of Tombstone, but
Sure it did.
Spectre of the Gun.
And if you ever watched Hour of the Gun without
Claude, we lost you.
Dropped him.
Come back, Claude. Did he drop?
He dropped. Yeah.
See, that's what happened.
I was
Claude,
saying
come
about
back.
the 2 bar scenes, the one with Wyatt just smacking the shit out of Billy Bob Thornton. What are you gonna do there? Stand there and bleed? All right. He's like, come on, pull that skin wagger and smoke wagon, see what happens, right? Whatever he says to him right there. I mean, the one lines in that movie are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And let me get Claude back in here. And of course, Clobberin Times could recite that movie from heart too. And I'm looking up from when we did Tombstone on Toxic Tuesday. I think Mike was on that show. Let's see, episode 22. Let's see if I think Mike was there, but I think what happened, I think we ended up with like 12 people on the panel. You can only have 10. So I think he left. He like gracefully bowed out because it was just too many people, if memory serves. So I think
before I got ejected just now, I was trying to warn people against a movie called Hour of the Gun. It's the same story, but Doc Holliday looks like he's about 50. James Garner plays Wyatt Earp. there's like a whole lot wrong with that. Historically, it's garbage. Historically, Tombstone was close. I mean, I think Tombstone was about maybe 50% true. And here's one you're not going to believe. Young Guns, almost 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Young Guns?
Young Guns.
Young Guns and Young Guns 2
was Billy
was
Billy the Kid? Wasn't Billy? Was Billy the Kid in that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Billy the Kid
remember.
was
That was
Emilio
Emilio
Estevez.
and
Yeah.
not Jimmy Smith's.
Hell, Brian Keith was in that first movie.
Brian. Yeah.
Yep. No, I liked it.
But,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's been years since I saw it, but yeah, that was a good.
James
movie,
Coburn played John Chisholm in that. Charlton Heston played John Chisholm in Tombstone.
No,
And of
it's
course-
great actors in all these movies. Yeah,
It's like, all right, you have a Fantastic Four movie, but you decide instead of doing the Human Torch, we're going to put a robot in it. And fans are going, robot? People who read it for years go, what the hell are they doing with a robot? I can't ignore the historical inaccuracies of Tombstone, but I had yet to watch Kevin Costner's Wyatt Earp. I have not seen it. And
that was out the same year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it came out almost the same time.
Same time,
And
right? Yeah.
supposedly Dennis Quaid did a good job as Doc Holliday, but I don't know.
Yep.
And something about that guy, Kevin Costner, it's like, me and Mike, we're going to see a movie. He was like, what? Oh, it starts next week. What's playing now? Watered World. Kevin Costner. Dirty.
A lot of people like Waterworld, though. We did that one on Toxic.
I've
Tuesday.
heard that a lot of people have stopped going to insane asylums and started going to see Kevin Costner movies.
Oh yeah, well I do like Jellystone. I think has been a good show, although it got kind of repetitive.
And
I haven't watched the last season.
It's over, and I think the prequel with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, I think
That's 1922 is out
yeah,
now.
1923. It was. I watched the last episode today.
1922 was much better.
Yeah, it was a hard year to get through, but if you get through it, you get to watch 1923. But I thought of all of those. I had not seen Yellowstone before I saw 1883.
Okay.
And they were, I don't know, Taylor Sheridan was just able to call people up, say, hey, we need you for this role. And then later, hey, we need you to play that same role again. Really? Again? Yeah, but it's an entire series. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not a cameo. What's that guy's a country singer, Tim McGraw, played the early Dutton Ranch boss.
John Dutton, or John Dutton's father, maybe, or
Jacob,
grandfather?
or something like that. He was, yeah. And Taylor Sheridan, I'm not going to say he's a misogynist, but women don't do well in that universe,
Yeah.
except
Yeah, well,
Helen Mirren.
Well, they do have the portrayal of some of the characters, yeah, but you also don't want to mess with them too, like
Yeah.
John Dutton's daughter on Yellowstone. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yep. Oh, no, Eric's pointed out, yeah, Kevin Costner changes his accent around 4 times, and all of them are horrible. Yeah. The accent in that was horrendous. Yeah.
And he blamed the relationship on Taylor Sheridan, and it kind of started the end of the beginning of the end of that show. And I didn't catch it until the 4th season. And I've got, you young whippersnappers may not be aware of this, but I've got 4 seasons on what we used to call DVDs of Yellowstone. I haven't even worked my way through them yet.
Well, there's some gratuitous nudity in the first season, so try to avoid that.
Well,
they always have a lot of nudity in the pilot. That's the joke. like this.
You got a problem with nudity? Don't watch 1923.
Yeah.
Really? There's a lot of nudity in that?
Yeah. And well, Timothy Dalton is in
It's
it
just
too.
a rated R
Unfortunately,
Dallas.
he's not nude.
Yeah, we're old enough
Yeah.
to remember Dallas, right?
Yeah.
This is what it. That's the.
Dallas,
just
you
a rated
mean
R
side
Dallas.
boob?
Yeah. But I remember Who Shot JR t-shirts. Remember?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So it's what this just reminds me of a beefed up version of Dallas, right?
Yeah. Well, I used to make I Shot JR t-shirts where I used to work.
Nice. That and where's the beef?
John Wyatt Earp. Wow. Oh, we're getting 2 more Yellowstone shows coming. Yeah, well, they're making
2
so much
more?
money. Yeah, they're they're spinning off
spin-offs.
with
They're
Beth
gonna run out
and,
of decades.
and Rip probably. Yep.
Cavestone.
Oh yeah, forgot the Beth and Rip show. Yeah, you know they're gonna have those together. Yeah.
Hey Rob.
Well, he was talking about how he was planning on quitting because it was getting dull, or it was too hard for him to make. Cole Hauser, and then somebody must have said, "Here's some more money."
Yeah, well, and then and as Shifty's saying, he'd make his Horizon movie, and then there was a personality conflict. I'm sure there too behind the scenes with Sheridan, and
But
something happened because that show was a massive hit, and then
yeah,
not to be able to finish it out. It's like at least I know. Spoiler alert! I haven't even watched it, but I know that John Dutton buys the phone. Everyone knows by now, anyway. But the show's been out long enough. But at least come back, or as Tom was saying too, they tell you right away who does it, so it wasn't even like a Who Shot JR moment.
Yeah.
So
Like
sometimes shows
Columbo
just outstay
episode.
their. Yeah, sometimes shows just outstay their welcome, right? I mean, they're just around for few. They jumped the shark famously, right? The Happy Days.
Friends were telling me you should watch this, and I said, they said, "You kidding? You haven't seen this?" Like, I'm sorry. I know it was a law.
Yeah. And we kept trying to get Mike to watch Stargirl, right?
Yep, I did. You did.
You did. Yep.
I had the first 2 seasons on DVD, and I said, "Why don't we'll sit here and we'll watch a few episodes." He said, "Yeah, but if I like it, that means he wins." Like,
that's so Mike. Yeah. So that's what I said at at the memorial. I said, I hope he's finally watching Stargirl up there.
Now that would mean he's in hell.
Okay, no, I think he would have liked Stargirl.
The devil's going, repeats of Stargirl eternally.
Yeah. So but that was, and that was just so classic Mike. Yeah, I can't let him win. Yeah. And of course, Stargirl's Jeff Johns. That's his. His sister that died in a plane crash. Was it Flight 800 or was it Courtney? Yeah. So it's based on her. So that's one character they better never.
Well, I did like it. I recognized it for what it was. It was a teenager type TV show, and my granddaughter and I watched all of the first season except for the last episode because we binged it, and she was with us for like a week or two, and we binged it in that time. And I told her, go home, get the CW app was free, and you can watch the last episode.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I go over there, and it's been like 2 weeks. And I said, "Did you ever watch Stargirl?" She said, "I haven't seen that show in forever." It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's 14. I guess that's forever.
Yeah. So,
I tried to get Mike to watch it just because, Solomon Grundy was a character. Sylvester Pemberton was a character. They had the first episode, I believe, was the one where they had a fight with all the bad guys, including Solomon Grundy, the fiddler, and
they had the JLA fighting.
Well, he loved the old the Golden Age characters, but he would not watch Stargirl. You couldn't have paid him to watch Stargirl.
Yeah.
If I'd brought over a barbecue beef pizza from Papa John's over there and served it out on one of his little dinner trays, these little tables that he uses when he watches TV, he would have eaten the pizza and said, "Screw Stargirl." Okay.
And hail to Max Redstone says, sending unicorn farts to Dad Man and member for 15 months. Thank you so much, Max, for supporting the channel here and our craziness. Yep. And yeah, look at Salmon Grande. Looks pretty, for a TV show with a limited budget. I mean, yeah, is it the world's best CGI? But it was pretty damn good.
CGI. It was serviceable.
So it worked. I mean, yeah, it wasn't. Well, yeah, was it perfect? No, but I mean, just it was,
it did what it had.
I liked it. I like the, don't get me wrong. I love Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk, but just back in the 70s, you could never do that, with that CGI. But
you heard that saying in the 70s, we didn't need CGI. We had Lou Ferrigno.
We had Lou Ferrigno, right? Yeah. So. I'd say, the JLA, that first battle, it was pretty cool. I mean, it was with all the characters there. They've got the newer, new Hourman, new Wildcat, but and then Phantom was saying, the last 5 minutes that was probably one of the better finales of a show. I have to say.
Was
a Stargirl,
and it kept John Wesley Shipp employed.
There we go.
The guy, John Wesley Shipp, I didn't really care for the muscle costume that they put him in the original show. But for some reason, when they did Crisis on Infinite Earths, and he was the last JLA guy standing, I got to admit, I got a little bit nostalgic there.
Yeah. I got to beat him at Terrificon in Connecticut a couple summers ago, and I said, I loved John Stargirl, and he was great on the Flash too. As a statesman too, like he's perfect as an older Flash now, and the guy's in great shape for his age. I mean,
and it was a good idea to cast him as Barry's father in the original. I mean, in the Grant Gustin Flash. But when they did away with him, I thought, well, that kind of sucked. He came out of retirement, and then they killed his character off, and then they do a fake Jay Garrick, and then they do the real Jay Garrick, and then he was Jay Garrick for whatever appearances he made after that.
Yeah. No, he was great as Jay Garrick, yeah.
And he's like, somebody once said that there was a photo shoot for all the old Western TV characters, and they all really looked old and haggard. And I think it was Lauren Green who was standing around in the shoot and said, "Only Clayton Moore knew how to dress. He's wearing a mask." And John Wesley Shipp, mask on, he's a Flash.
Yeah, I did, and that Flash is now on Blu-ray now, so you can buy that Flash TV show. Yep. JLA was losing to the ISA in episode 1. Yeah, and you've got Amy Smart in this show too, and she's Amy Smart.
She's Stargirl's mom.
She was a cutie.
And Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson as Stripesy, and not Stripesy. What was he? He was Stripesy.
He was Stripesy. Yeah.
Okay. And then he was he just happened to have an auto shop where he was building a giant robot that he could fly around in. And that was another special effect that they didn't use that much, I guess, because it cost a lot of money.
Well, they actually built, one of my, my day job, I got a trade magazine, and they actually built that robot 1-to-1 parts of it, and they used some pneumatics, simple pneumatics in it just to move it. And they did a great job with that. And it's patriotic too. Like the end of the first season, they've got Stargirl flying around with the robot and the American flag, and I was like, wow, they actually made something patriotic. Yeah.
Is this like a spoiler-free zone?
No, I mean not
because
for
I don't
not for
I
a
don't
TV show
care,
that's
I
10
don't
years
care
old.
about
Not for that.
Okay, well, the cliffhanger almost said, okay, there's going to be another season. It was, Brainwave was taking over these people, and he took over Sylvester's body.
Yep.
Well, there's a brain in a jar at the end, and it was Sylvester. It was who's that actor from Community? Well, anyway, it was Sylvester Pemberton screaming to get out. He doesn't know where he is, and he's a brain in the jar at the end because Brainwave switched brains with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Yep.
still alive, sort of.
Yeah.
And I think they left his body in a coma. It's been a while since I've seen that. So
That was
I
very
may,
well
or,
done. Yeah.
I may or may not have spoiled it for people because I don't really remember exactly.
It's worth watching. Yeah.
It might still be on the CW app, but I bought the first two when they came out, and I haven't seen season 3 ever. But I just bought the last.
I never watched season 3, huh?
Yeah, I just watched the last. I bought the last season of Superman and Lois. Had a lot wrong with it. First of all, Michael Cudlitz with a gigantic beard as Lex Luthor and being mean and brusque all the time. That to me, that wasn't Lex Luthor. I mean, he's a pretty good actor. He was great in what was that show? I think it was probably Third Watch where he played a cop with the guy who played Commissioner Gordon in
Sounds
Gotham.
familiar. Yeah.
Anyway, he's really good in that. That's one of those things where everybody should go watch it because it's a cop drama, and it doesn't have a whole lot of humor in it because of what they deal with. And Tom Everett Scott plays. I guess he was going to be the lead, and then he probably told somebody, "I've got to go do something somewhere else." So he left out after a couple of seasons, but. Michael Cudlitz's Lex Luthor, I probably could have taken it if he had toned it down a little bit. And they limited him because he had just gotten out of prison after 15 years. Now, when Luthor goes to prison, he gets out in 15 minutes.
Yeah, Luthor Nate is not going to stay in prison. Yep.
Somebody needs to go by and go, lights out, Luthor. I said, lights out.
And Max is saying here Ferrigno weights. Actually, I do have a set of Ferrigno weights. Can't you tell I've been using them? But I found out years later that was actually Lou Ferrigno's brother who put his names on weights and didn't have the permission for the likeness. So there was some shifty stuff going on there. And it was Lou Ferrigno's son was Our Man. He was good in that. Yep. But and don't forget,
he was like one of the high school football players who was being an a-hole to the girl who became Wildcat, I think.
Yep, correct. Yep. And then they reconcile, obviously.
Yeah.
Which is how you do it. And of course,
and what's his name? What's Lou Ferrigno's son's name? I do believe it's Lou Ferrigno Jr.
He's saying it was Our Man, the new Our Man. Yep.
I mean, Lou Ferrigno's not known for his great imagination. His son's name was Lou Ferrigno Jr. Hey, are you Lou Ferrigno? Yeah, that's me. Damn, I loved you in the Hulk, but how do you stay so young looking? Genetics. I'm not married. My wife's in the other room. I didn't say that.
You didn't say that, yeah. And actually, Sloane is in Superman and Lois too. So as playing Lana. So I watched the first 2 seasons, and of course, Mike loved this scene with the car and the homage to the first Superman costume. Yeah, he loved that. Like, why
I thought it was
that costume for the rest of the show. Yeah.
I thought it was. I had hope when they did that, and I thought, cool. And then the second episode comes along.
No trunks.
He's in the Jim Lee costume or whatever, and I guess we're lucky he wasn't wearing jeans and a t-shirt and a towel on his neck.
right?
Yeah.
So, oh no, Ultra Humanite took over Sylvester's body, and Shade says the JSA saved him.
Yeah.
The last 5 minutes of the last episode, there's several years in the future, and Sage says how the JSA found Sylvester Pemberton and restored him to his body and defeated Ultra Humanite. It's been a while since I watched it, but thank you, Phantom. Yes, but it was a great. God, I remember just as a great ending to a show. Just really,
Yeah.
really well done. Yeah.
Shade was giving a tour of their superhero museum in Blue Valley. You notice how when there's a town, all the superheroes that gather there are the only ones that do. Superman couldn't show up to Blue Valley. The series would have ended right away. Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter wouldn't give two craps about Solomon Grundy.
Oh, and Brian says, yeah, like Superman and Lois, my son loved it and isn't happy about them canceling it because of the new movie series. Yeah, why don't they just leave it on, or give us a Batman TV series too? You could imagine how if they actually did Batman and not like the Gotham show with
Pennyworth,
anything but Pennyworth show, which I hear is decent. And I've never watched it, but without if you just made it as a 60s spy show, it's like, but
think about this, right? In the original, Alfred Pennyworth, according to lore, was a spy in World War II. So if this stuff took place in World War II, somebody had some anti-aging serum. And Alfred was banging Martha Wayne in that one before she was married to Thomas Wayne. But
don't do that. Yeah. God.
Yeah, my son called me and said, "Wow, have you seen Pennyworth season 2?" I said, no. He said, "It's great. It's better than the first one." And I'm thinking, well, it has to be. But everybody was so impressed with Pennyworth, I had to watch it. And I watched the first season. Not a fan.
Was it okay? Wasn't good. Okay. I heard it was okay.
You forget the Batman factor, and you might like it, but I can't.
You can't, right? Yeah.
No.
Oh, Lou's son, Fantasy said Lou's son was the original JSA Armor. Thank you. Yeah, so he's just in it for that first episode, or maybe some flashbacks in that last episode, I guess. Or
what was his? Did it say just original Iron Man? Because I thought he played one of the football players on the high school squad who did some shit at the drive-in.
Well, a lot of times they cast people in two roles. Let me check here. Yep. So.
What kept Solomon Grundy alive? You remember that?
Yeah,
KFC.
KFC.
Yeah.
We got the potatoes and gravy. The mashed potatoes was great.
Yeah. The kid kept bringing him KFC stuff and leaving it in the same spot.
Him and Cartman.
Yeah, so he was in 4 episodes in Stargirl as Rex Tyler Hourman. Yeah, Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they had some flashbacks too with his son. Yeah, father son. Yep. Because they die in a car crash. They got in a car crash, or who died in the car crash? The kid's parents, or
his dad. He was, and they were. What was he like? Rebuilding a Mustang.
Yeah. They were building a Mustang. Yep. So. So that's good to know.
When I say stuff like I need to go back and rewatch that, I really don't, because I'm already getting stuff wrong, and I got Swiss cheese memory, and it was good while I was watching it, like especially first season that I watched with my granddaughter, who stayed. She didn't get up and walk out and look on a phone or go jump on a computer or anything or say, "Is anything else on?" She liked it. I think it was because there was a teenage girl. And when Sylvester told Stripesy, "Get out of here, you're not good enough for this," and you feel like, well, Stripesy was like, the Star Spangled Kid was a kid. Stripesy was like this big Bluto-looking dude with red hair and a striped shirt. He looked like Kevin Nash in Punisher War General or Punisher, whichever one that was.
But yeah, no, they're good. They're good shows to watch. I mean, they're
passing time. They are not eternal. I do kind of wish Stargirl had got another season.
We lost her for a second.
No, Stargirl deserves.
Yeah, I think you're roboting for a second, but yeah, it deserved better. But I do like the 3 seasons we got, and the patriotism of it was good too, and it's fun to. That was just a fun joke. I always that's why I always have Stargirl up on the on the screen on my overlay. I've got always have Stargirl up there.
Isn't it wild that Luke Wilson used to be kind of a mid? I guess you could call him a movie star. Then he pops up on this TV show, and he was being Luke Wilson. I mean, you kind of expected his brother to show up over his shoulder as Icicle or something.
So what I did want to talk about too for a couple minutes was let's check out the box office of this weekend. So let's see what happened in the world of movies.
Let's check on that Snow White. Snow White is coming back. She made $40.
So week 3, Snow White loses to Working Man. Is this week 3?
It lost in week 2 to Working Man.
No, but again, so that's 2 weeks in a row.
It finished in 4th place this weekend.
And Working Man, honestly, it didn't really do that well in the history. Did you know that in 2002, Scooby-Doo first weekend made $56 million here? I don't know about globally, but it made $56 million. Snow White comes on and says, I made $35 million. Your movie cost almost $200 million. Oh, we'll get that. Don't worry, darling.
Oh, $250. Cost $250.
Plus with that.
Yeah. There are varying reports on how much it cost.
Yeah. Well, $250 is what they'll admit. But I guarantee you, once you add in the marketing and everything, it was at least double that.
There's a question somebody needs to ask everybody in Hollywood that's making movies. At what point did you realize that you had a dog?
Mm-hmm.
When she started acting like a... Well, never mind. Get me going. The way she started acting.
Look at this Minecraft movie, a kid-friendly movie.
Yep.
157, and usually kid-friendly movies do pretty well, except for what was the movie about the scientist family from Disney that tanked?
The second Incredibles movie.
Yeah, what was that called? And it was a really woke movie.
No, you're talking about
Strange World. Strange World.
Strange Worlds. Totally tanked.
Yeah. Well, and that was because they had an openly gay romance as part of the storyline.
Yeah. So
people didn't want.
Tomorrowland was supposed to be a big deal too, and I don't know what it did, but it didn't stay around long.
Yeah.
Was that with the George Clooney? Was George Clooney in that Tomorrowland movie? Yeah. I thought that was okay, but it didn't.
It had some decent effects. I don't know how much it cost, but you could tell somebody did it that cared about it, and it just sort of ended up on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it didn't lead to a series. But look at this with the. Now I did finally see Working Man, and if you like that kind of hard hitting throwback to 80s.
It's
action.
based on Chuck Dixon's book.
Yes.
Yep.
What was it called? Levon's Work or Levon Cade?
Levon Cade is the name of the character. Levon's Work was one of the books. Yeah.
That's Jason Statham, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a good movie, good enjoyable popcorn film that kind of hits hard in some scenes. It didn't go, if you're looking at it, some people thought it might be a movie about the trafficking industry. I'll watch my words here, what I say. It didn't delve into that as much, and I didn't think the girl that's kidnapped it didn't show a lot of what was happening to her, probably for good reason, or just it was horrific what happened to her. But then you get more character development from her later in the movie. But Statham is really he's great in that's role that he's made for. And his blind friend is what's the David, I always forget names of actor, but his friend in that movie is David Harbour. Yep. It's just great character, like a great character that longtime friend.
Guy?
Yeah, no, he's good in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I like David.
He wants you to forget he was the Hellboy guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
because they even made a short movie about Hellboy after that movie.
Yeah.
And does he really need to be rebooted at all?
No, just keep telling the movies, but telling the stories. Yep.
Like,
but look at this box. I mean, that's amazing. With Working Man, what did that cost to make? I mean, couldn't have been that expensive. Let's see, $40 million, right?
Statham probably made 15% of that whole budget, 15-20% for his.
Mm-hmm.
He probably got a free autographed copy of Levon's work from Chuck Dixon.
Yeah, and then Stallone was involved with David Ayer, who of course, director who's worked with Statham on many films. And,
Expendables. It might. I want to go see it. I haven't seen it yet. I need to wait for somebody to be awake early enough to go see it. But what I don't want to go see is The Beekeeper 2.
That's coming out.
You can't do that. You must stop making these things. Any kind of Jason Statham movie you're going to make is going to be like a sequel to the one.
That's what The Working Man was, and it still pulled $2 million for the weekend. I mean, you're absolutely correct on that. It's just going to be the loner, quiet guy, working a job somewhere. And somebody's messing
turning
with
into
him
Steven
or his
Seagal.
family, and he turns in and he kicks the shit out of everybody.
So the movie was what you're getting when you go there. But here, let me thank. I want to thank Joe for his super chat. And he says, "Snow White needs to be losing big." Hell, thank you so much, Joe. So I guess the people at Disney are not.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
Yeah,
very happy this week. At
Disney.
Yeah.
I shared a chart there if you want to show it.
Oh, definitely. Yep. Let me.
The headline was Snow White is on track to lose $115 million,
and that's of the money that they'll admit. So, here's three movies. Just three movies. Tracked here. This is domestic. So here we have Cinderella. This is considered to be probably one of the best of their. Remakes. They're
That's a live action Cinderella, right?
Live action Cinderella made it to broke the 200 million eventually.
Yep.
Down here we have in the orange is Snow White.
Yep. Ouchies. Yep.
And our red line here is The Marvels.
Wow, that's like
one of the biggest failures Disney has ever had. So
Turtles?
Right online there. Eternals. I could throw Eternals in here.
Throw Turtles in there.
But wow,
did Mufasa, the Lion King, make a handful of quarters? Because I've seen it at Walmart already.
I think
Eternal.
I think Mufasa did relatively well. I think
and
not
they have
as good
to
as
stop
the
calling
Lion King.
those things. Yeah, they have to stop calling those things live action.
Yeah, the Lion King 2019 made almost $1 billion. The live action.
Yep. There's Eternals.
Oh
right
wow,
there.
they did actually better. Yeah.
So yeah.
How much did the Marvels? There was just an article out this week. The
Still didn't
director,
break 200 million.
The director was talking about how she wasn't able to make the movie that she first envisioned. Let's see, did I clip that article?
Well, Patty Jenkins was going to make the Star Wars movie about X-Wing fighters.
Mm-hmm.
She even did a promo shot of herself in costume with a helmet, pulling the helmet on, saying, "We'll see you soon," and she climbs aboard the X-Wing. Well, never got made.
Never got made. Yep.
Yeah, and Shifty's right. You don't want to see Statham turn into Steven Seagal making all these movies that are just to pay the rent.
Yeah.
Or just because you're bored. I mean, which one is it really?
Or because you need more snacks.
Yeah. I'd hate for Statham to be, in 10 years. I don't think he's going to fall into that, though. I think he'll, well, if he spends his money the right way, he won't.
It was
he seems
Steven
smart.
Seagal in any Expendables movies? Because
no,
he was.
I think everybody that's involved in that movie hated his guts, and there was a lot to hate.
Yeah.
When Steven
And thank
Seagal
you
walks
for
towards
Peter
you-
for subbing. I don't know if Peter's in the chat, but thank you, Peter, for subbing. Sometimes if someone just subs, I think that shows up. So
yeah, nice.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate the sub. And Jean-Claude Van Damme, yeah, because yikes. That Jean-Claude Van Damme Amazon show was pretty good, or was it Netflix, or it was or maybe it was Amazon. There was JVCD.
It was Amazon.
He was playing a actor who was playing a spy playing an actor. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so I was trying to find that article, but
Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
But basically, and this is amazing. Snow White. I mean, how much did the Marvels lose? I mean, you're saying that was one of the biggest losses.
Marvels had a very similar budget. Their budget was 247, something like that. Real close. So this is going to be another massive loss. I mean, look at it. Dumbo did better.
Wow.
Dumbo did better. Eternals did better.
I can't believe Eternals
Brave New World did better.
At least they had 200 million. Yeah.
So, it was a disaster. Yeah. Let's see. How much did Marvel's cost? Production budget 270.
Ooh, ouch.
Disney Snow White is 269
Oh, God.
is what they're admitting to. So, yeah.
Yeah, and
Just
that doesn't count. That doesn't
huge
count
bump.
advertising. Yeah.
That doesn't count advertising. I don't think it counts reshoots either.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you look back at what Deadpool did, the first one, that just makes it all look like ridiculous, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's horrendous. And hail to Dadman is back.
Go to bed, man.
Yeah. So. Van Damme. Oh, I haven't heard. No, I haven't heard the latest on Van Damme yet.
Yeah, that you can just take a wild guess, right?
Oh God, no, I haven't heard anything about that. So we're
That
gonna be
popped
careful
up.
what we say on the stream. But
that popped up this week.
Yeah, hope the rumor, but well,
Yep.
Till it.
Just take a wild guess.
I'm guessing what it is. Yep. I won't talk about it now. I'm guessing. And Dadman saying hi to 6 if you're still here. But wowzers, yeah, that's. So yeah, to lose, you're just losing money. And does anyone in the chat seen Snow White? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone seen Snow White? I've seen Working Man. And how many people have seen Working Man? I guess we've got probably a few people have seen Working Man.
I've seen
Minecraft
Beekeeper.
movie?
No.
Yep.
Not Minecraft. No.
No one saw Minecraft. Yep.
My son loves Minecraft, and he saw Jack Black in the trailer and said, "No, no thanks."
He said no. He didn't want anything to do with it.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, "This looks really stupid. I don't want to watch this."
It does look pretty stupid, but I'm assuming I'm not the target audience.
No. I mean, he kind of is the target audience, but he just kind of said, "This doesn't look like Minecraft. Why did they do this?" I mean, is joking with some other people on a different stream earlier tonight. I think it's a 2-hour long meme is all this movie is.
Basically. Yeah.
It's a 2-hour long meme. And I think it's going to do big money this weekend. And I think it's going to have a huge drop off next weekend.
So do you think it's more like it's made like like a bunch of memes, like a YouTube shorts all strung together kind of, or TikTok shorts strung together?
I really
basically?
do. From the clips I've seen of it and the stuff that, it's just like, oh, look, that thing happened. Oh, look, that character showed up. And then that's it. That's it. That's your movie.
Yeah. And Dadman says neither, but planning on seeing Minecraft soon. I'd like to know what you thought. But don't, Dadman, I hear there's a big game for Florida Gators fans tomorrow night, so probably don't go see Minecraft movie tomorrow night. But also, how about those Yukon Huskies? Yep, the ladies got it done, and it's funny because like both Grammy and Grammy, or call my mom Grammy, and the kids were at a chat going, and they're like, they're up by 30 points. Are you still worried? When you're a fan of a team, right, Dad, man, you never have enough. It's like, well, I think they're up by 30 points with 4 minutes to go. I think they've got it, right? I think they're gonna win, right?
Yeah. Still upset about Auburn losing that game, but that's all right.
Yep.
That's all right.
Yep.
We were at Auburn for 3 years. That's where my wife got her PhD. So.
Yep.
Nice. Very nice.
But Florida pulled the rest. Sometimes we do a little sports balling here, but Florida was not getting those those calls, which was crazy, but they pulled it off in the end. So, but I was picturing Dad, man. I'm like, my God, you must be screaming at the TV now or yelling. It's like some of those calls seem pretty bad. Yep, and Duke collapsed in the end. Wow, that was crazy. Yep.
March Madness.
Yep, that's why it's crazy. That's why it's fun to watch. Yep, but as a Yukon Husky fan, that was a performance. The last few games haven't been close, but when you're as a fan, you're like, it's not good. They need more points. Yep. Oh, JSF tours on an upcoming pre-order release of 1/10 figures of RoboCop, the villains of Old Detroit. Oh yeah, I'll have to check that. I will put that on the Geekery next week.
Have they got the Melting Man?
Oh, the Melting Man. That would be cool. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Tuesday, no. Yeah. Monday is reserved. Yeah. That's for sure. Yep. Yeah, no lead is safe. Yep. But I mean, these companies are in business to make money. Like everyone's furious at Disney for wrecking the Magic Kingdom by getting rid of the Rivers of America, which was something that Walt, designed in the first park and expanded in Florida because they had the room. And they're saving money, I guess, by taking out those rivers and putting it in Carland. And everyone's furious because, maybe, there's no attraction. There is the Tom Sawyer riverboat, and, you can't go on the island there. I've been on that island, and maybe it's, not a huge draw. But it's a nice oasis in the middle of the park. And when you're staying there for multiple days, like when we just went there and just relaxed there and didn't do anything for like an hour, just, grab your breath and just chill, and to lose that, the waterfront in that middle of the park, the feng shui is just going to be, it's going to be destroyed in the park. I mean, it's just and it's Walt's design too. He's the creator, right? You don't overrule something like that. Or just add add the cars somewhere else. I mean, there's plenty of acreage there. It's not like Disneyland where they're hemmed in there. So it's just how much money is Disney losing now too? So everyone was saying how underwhelming their presentation was at CinemaCom. So I wonder what FF. I think it'll do well money wise, but if it's not a good movie, it's gonna tank. Like these movies. So you see that big big drop off. So
sounds like what Disney had to show off, the Marvel stuff that was there to show off was decidedly underwhelming. People were not particularly happy with what they got to see from Disney's presentations at CinemaCon. So
what did they have? They had Thunderbolts, which like if you had a James Gunn doing that as an obscure villain, villains playing heroes, their Suicide Squad, but it's not a tentpole movie. I mean, so
a bunch of B-list characters, some of them that people have no idea who they are because they didn't watch the TV shows that they were in.
Yeah.
I think of all of them, maybe Thunderbolts might have the best chance of being a watchable film, but I still don't really care to see it. I'm sure I will. I'll end up going to see it because Price will want to talk about it.
You're gonna have to.
I'll go see it. Fine.
And Mark will go. Mark,
Yeah.
your comic books would make you go to go
I mean,
see
I
that.
love the original Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts in the comics are phenomenal. Were just some of the best stuff I've read, but it's not the same. You know, it's none of the same characters. You know, the iteration with Hawkeye was just great. But yeah, I'm just trying to see what they had from. Yeah, so Disney had the Thunderbolts, right? And they had this lame entrance, and I guess there's a Tron movie now too. Is that Disney?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
Tron Ares is going to be their
Ares.
sequel. It's sort of the Tron digital characters like come into the real world.
Okay,
This is going to be sort of the hook for that one.
it could be interesting, but no
Yes,
one was really
maybe.
impressed by it. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a clip with the motorcycles, the light cycles, and they were down on, like you said, R2. It's like they're in real life now or something.
Yeah.
And they're going down like an overpass in a city. And spoiler alert, they shoot out the light from the back end and split a car right down the middle. Action. Do you know what I was talking about? The action from 4 always seems kind of the same. But that was like a 5-second clip. So I kind of want to go see Tron because it's been so long since the first one, the very, very first one, you know?
Yeah.
Came out. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah. And what else did they show?
What else? So Disney had the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts,
and
Tron.
then they had Tron. They also had Elio, which is the next. That's the next one from Pixar, and I heard that was extremely underwhelming. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
They did some Fantastic Four first step stuff. God, what else did they show?
I think that was it, right? I'm trying to.
That might have been about it, but yeah, they were. Everyone was really unimpressed with what they had
it was
to
like,
show
wow.
off.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
You know, IGN's got an article here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so the FF we riffed about tonight, and that the Thunderbolts maybe could be funny. You know, could end up being a funny movie, but not as it's not going to do $1 billion. I mean,
no.
Yeah, and it's just and they're fighting the Sentry, who's Marvel version of you know, Superman, the ultimate hero. So you know, it's at least they acknowledge that they're like, we have no powers and we're going to fight this guy. Yeah.
That was the other one, Avatar. They showed off Avatar, the incredibly beautiful and incredibly forgettable series of movies.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the sequel. I saw the first one, and did you see it, Dave? Or
no, same for me. I saw the first one, didn't see the second one.
Yeah, didn't bother. I watched Little Platoon's 4.5-5 hour long review of it, and that was enough for me.
Yeah,
did not bother to see the second one. I didn't like the first one, so I didn't really care to see anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, the technology was pretty cool in the 3D back in the day, but yeah, it just wasn't. The story wasn't great. I think it was more about being an event, or you know.
Yeah.
So, and that part of it, that's what I think the exhibitors want. The movie theaters, you know, want this kind of movie. Like everyone's going to go see Avatar 3. Not everyone, but you know, just for that experience. But like you said, you just forget about the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like name one of the characters.
Quote.
Name
Who's
one.
The bad guy in the first Avatar. He's really good. I like him as an actor. I'm trying to forget.
But name one of them.
That's the Cable guy. The one guy who's supposed to play Cable, right?
Well,
they wanted him to
like,
play Cable, but
he looks like Steven. Oh crud! I'm forgetting.
He didn't play Cable, but that's who they were first wanting him to play.
Yeah, or just like what was the?
I can see
what was his name there?
I can see his face, right?
Yeah, I'm picturing his face. Steven. I think it was Steven something.
I'll look it up for that.
Yeah. Literally the only character I can remember is
Stephen
Sully.
Lang. Stephen Lang. It's the Colonel. Yep. Thank you, Google. I knew I got the Stephen right.
Too fast, man.
Yeah, so they're done Thunderbolt as in the comics. Get Zemo to bring together villains and heroes would have been fairly easy if they had thought things through, but they're not. Yeah, they're doing Suicide Squad basically. I guess this is Predator Badlands. It's another Predator.
Mhm.
What's this with Ellie Fanning?
They're going to be working together. The girl and the Predator are going to be working together.
Oh no!
Yeah, they team up.
They
together.
team up, dude. Yeah.
Is a younger warrior has been cast out from his tribe and chooses to work with Fanning's character. He chooses to eat Ellie Fanning. What? He works with her? My character teams up with the Predator.
He's wearing a hoodie.
Oh, so that now the Predators are been oppressed. So the Predators are good guys now.
He's wearing a hoodie. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's just all right. A good guy Predator. Can't we have bad guys? You know, this Lilo and Stitch is going to kill it. I think.
That one's gonna do really well. They're gonna get family audiences out there for that one big time.
Twice. They're going to go see it twice if it's good.
Probably.
Right?
I
Your
mean,
kids are
honestly,
like, no, let's go back and watch it.
and the thing is, I think they've got the right idea here.
Yeah.
It seems to be a shot-for-shot remake of the original animated movie as a live-action thing. I would still rather watch the animated film. The 2D animation is beautiful, but if you're going to do this, just remake the same freaking movie. Don't insert a whole bunch of other crap into it.
Isn't that what they did? Isn't that what they did with Lilo and Stitch? I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's basically a shot-for-shot remake.
Yep. Like How to Train Your Dragon is going to be basically.
That sounds like that one's also pretty much just shot-for-shot live action version.
Yep, that's going to kill it. Yeah. Elio, I heard Elio was not looking good yet.
Yeah, I heard that one was pretty uninteresting.
I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah. And Zootopia 2, yep. I guess, that's a family movie. I guess kids will show up.
And the first one was a really good film.
Yeah.
Zootopia? Is that the one with the fox?
That's with the sloth.
You get the rabbit and the fox.
And is that the scene with the sloth is in that one at the bank?
Yes, with the DMV, the sloth.
Yeah, the DMV sloth.
Okay, that one's funny.
Or whatever. Yeah, so that was a really good movie. And it had a really good message, too. It didn't have a lot of, politics and stuff squeezed into it. You know, it was just a nice, simple movie, but some, just universal values and stuff, that's what parents want to take their kids to see. Right?
Yeah. It's simple movies.
Zootopia, right? We all liked Zootopia, wasn't it? It was good. It's fun.
It's a good movie.
Well, it's a safe movie you can take the kids to, right? The kids, get their
like Over the Hedge. Remember the hedge with the squirrel? What was the character's name? Choo, 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 choo. He was hilarious in that, right? Stella!
Was William Shatner in Over the Hedge? Was Shatner's voice in that movie? I'm trying to remember now. Yep.
Well, Bruce Willis was in it, right? Bruce Willis, Wanda Sykes, a bunch of people were in that.
Yeah, William Shatner. Oh, he played
Didn't he play the hedgehog or something in that, or what was he? I'm trying to remember.
Was he a no? Wait, no. Was he a possum? Because he
he
way overacts and plays dead.
Oh,
okay. It was a possum.
Yeah, it was the possum.
I'm trying to remember now. Yep. And Low Spec is on the Rumble side. Thank you for the Rumble chat. Yep. And Lindsay Lohan, I guess her career has been revived. She's going to do Freakier Friday. I guess they time travel.
It's going to bomb so bad. Nobody wants to see this movie. Nobody cares.
People are sick of Jamie Lee Curtis. But I think Lindsay Lohan has cleaned up her act. I think she's doing a lot. God bless her, doing a lot better now. So,
well, I would hope so.
Yeah, away from the drugs and the alcohol, whatever. Allegedly,
nobody wants anybody to be a junkie.
Yeah,
So I hope she's gotten clean.
And I think she's been doing well those Christmas movies. She's kind of found her niche, so I think she's. But this is the kind of movie you release on D+. You don't bring this to theaters, right? I mean, who's going to go?
She's no Robert Downey Jr., but remember, he was also blacklisted from Hollywood for a long time because he was a mess. And he pulled it together, and he made a real career for himself. So, hopefully she finds her niche, and she's able to stay clean.
Yeah, because Downey was on what was the show with the spinoff of the Laura show that Shatner did. The female character, the name. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. and he was just so out of it on that show they had to get rid of him. Oh my God, what was the name of that
Shatner show?
No, it was Robert. It was a spin-off. Boston Legal was a spin-off of the show. Oh yeah, what was it was a female lead. What the hell was that show? I watched the damn show with my wife every week. Couldn't miss it. Ally McBeal. Ally McBeal. But that was a show he got kicked off of. Ally McBeal, just because all the troubles. Yeah, thank you, Mark. Thank you. Yeah, when your brain sometimes you're streaming, your brain just does not want to function. Yep. And he was also the possum dad. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and then Fanty's got a great point here. Yeah, have Carlos off and AK Moonstone. And if you want to see a smoking hot costume, that's the Moonstone costume. Yep. And the Hulk 228 where Moonstone tries to use psychology on the Hulk, claiming that his mom and Jarella hated him. That was Hulk's girlfriend. Did he marry Jarella? Then Jarella dies. So that was like the Hulk's true love. Back when the Hulk was, the monster, wasn't the more childlike Hulk, which I miss. I'm sick of the Professor Hulk stuff. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah. So I guess there'll be a big Lilo and Stitch will be a big hit, but everything else, maybe Tron will do okay.
Yeah, that one's gonna. I mean, it's been so long since the previous one came out. I think that one might be a hard sell for some. Avatar's gonna do well because people are gonna go see it.
It's Avatar.
Not me, but the people are gonna go see it.
Not me.
Yeah. So it's just it's so sad what's happened in the MCU now. Thunderbolts maybe back in the day would have fit in as like a Guardians type movie in between the great tentpoles. But now we're not getting anything. There's nothing to look forward to with this Avengers Doomsday. It's just Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor. He should not be playing Doctor Doom. Is it Doctor Doom? Yep. Hulk did marry her. Thank you. I was trying to remember it. But yeah, I just don't want to see Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom, or maybe like another multiversal, another universe. But yeah, just don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. But well, we've had a lot of fun talking about all kinds of good Hollywood stuff tonight. But let's Dadman. I hope you're still here, Dadman, because
he was a little while ago. A few minutes ago.
I do want to show Dadman some food that some of it will especially interest the Dadman. So, and I hope my buddy Snail Messiah is not around. Let's see if Dadman's still in the chat. But, Dadman's still in the chat, but we had some snails. So, of course, with the French background, the garlic and the butter is good, but I don't want to gross people out too much. But yep, so we had some snails. Yep, but this is what I want to show Dadman.
You can enjoy your snot. The rest of us will just go eat real food.
Yeah. This, I was in the, where our friends were visiting, so I'm like, I'm gonna get him ice cream cake because they don't have ice cream cake in Switzerland. I'm going to the as you can see, the Carvel. I'm like, they don't have Carvel in Switzerland. I'm like, they're bringing us lots of chocolates. So I got to get him something good. And I see this lone cake in there. So with the unicorn cake, yeah. So Dadman, we were showing this before, but Dadman. This is Dadman. Can I ship this to you? If I get enough dry ice, will it make it there? So and then I did some steaks tonight. So I don't know if Eric K is still around, but Eric always shares some great barbecue stuff that he does in our Sunday Night Geekery.
Here we go.
Sunday Night Geekery. So I did some. You cook. It does not come out good. You do the sous vide, as we joke around here.
Yeah.
And it just does not come out looking good, right? I mean,
you gotta be able to flop it on the grill for a minute after you get them sous vide.
Yeah,
make it look nice.
Yeah. So here we go. Yeah. So here's going on the grill here. Yep. So you gotta put that on the grill. So good stuff. So, and Eric K might be enabling me to get a pellet grill. I think I could get a pellet grill because I do love my big green egg, but for just doing some of these long cooks, it's just It's just so much easier than the green.
Yeah. I don't have the patience to sit around and baby a fancy smoker. I had to just go with a pellet.
Right.
and I make stuff on it all the time because it's, turn it on, set the temperature,
like an oven,
walk
right?
away, and it sends you a message on your phone when you need to put more pellets in it.
Right. Need more pellets. Yeah. Look away. Her plate is filled with snails. There's so many snails you can't even see the food for the jerk. And I do have a computer I can hook up to the green egg with a fan that basically does that. But I think the next iteration of the big green egg, they got to come up with some electronics on it because it's a wonderful grill. But if I just want to go out and cook some chicken, I don't want to spend 20 minutes setting up my computer. And yes, I can do. I can set the vents, but then if you walk away and you get a flare up, you're toast. You're totally toasted.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. We went with a Traeger a few years ago. I got a real good deal on a closeout model, and so that was nice.
Why would you make me go from fine to starving at 12:30? Because I'm an SOB.
Well, Mark's, you got to learn your lesson. You got to eat before you watch this show.
Yeah, and especially the slow mo. And shout out to my brother-in-law who had the idea for the. Told me, do it in slow motion. Do it in slow motion.
Slow motion. It's the Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Those flames look CGI.
It is CGI. I spent millions of dollars. I hope everyone in the Sunday Night Geekery audience appreciates how much work I did to flame on.
Flame on.
Yeah. The slow motion does come out good. Yeah. I should have turned on the shared the volume. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's you got the nice grill marks there. Yep. On the steaks. Yep. And my son was happy because he got leftovers tonight when he came back he's playing soccer in the city, so he came back. Yep. I'm gonna eat a hot dog right before bed. Thanks.
Wow.
And God, steak is just so damn expensive. We had a special KB. It's just ridiculous how expensive it is these days. It's like. And Claude lost his connection, I guess, and was able to come back. But
he's been gone.
So this is for Mike. Yeah, the green. Get rid of the green stuff. So we had Brussels sprouts and mashed potatoes, just simple stuff. But there's the steak, and you do cook in that method. The good thing is if you set it to the temperature you want. So I usually cook it to 120 and then put it on the grill for 5 minutes on each side. But the nice thing is if you want it at 130, then you could if you like it cooked a little bit. I like it more on the rare side. I know the missus is out there, she likes it just lightly warmed on each side. Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My wife wants them like burnt. Oh
burnt.
How can you eat that well done steak? There's nothing left in it.
No.
It's just chewy lumps of stuff. Thankfully, my son does not like steak, which is weird, but my daughter loves it, and I've convinced her that yes, medium rare. You want some pink in the middle. Yes.
Yeah, I can.
Juicy. It has flavor.
Yeah, I can live with the medium rare. I can. This is more on the rare side, but the nice thing about it is it's consistent all the way through, a little bit on the edge, but you don't get that, especially if you like it on the rare. If you like it well, it doesn't really matter, but you get that like halfway through, it's gray, and this is just so juicy. And these are kind of pricey steaks.
That's just, man, that looks so good.
Oh, I didn't take a picture of the Carvel cake, but yeah, everyone's killing me now. Yep. And Donnie's saying, I must go now. Thank you all. Have a great week and enjoy the tournament championship. May Florida win. Said Dad Man. Go Cougars. I'm sorry, pretty much, yeah. 53 years of marriage, and my dad still toys with death by cooking my mom's rare steaks to nearly well done.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I hate the well done. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh no.
There's no flavor.
I'll take it just about anyway, but not well done. It's just it's just ruined. It's ruined by then. When growing up, we had, whenever we would have family get-togethers, Grandpa was always in charge of the grill, and he made what we still refer to today as Grandpa burgers.
And what were they? Totally
Lumps of charcoal that
Oh,
were
totally.
served to you on a bun. Because, yeah. Well, he just did not have the touch as a cook. He didn't really want to pay
God.
attention to it. He just sort of put it on there, and they took them off when they were black,
Ouch.
Oh, yeah, it was rough.
And let's see what's cooking on the 3D printer. So,
goodness.
as I'm finishing up everything to send to channel members. So this is one of the items that'll be going on. Almost done. I finished the Doomsday Machines, but the people that have been channel members longer, I wanted to give a little bit extra. So this is one of the items. So this is let me turn my camera on. So this is the Spock tribute. Let's see, is that the lighting on that? Nope. Lighting's not so good there. Let's see.
Very nice.
But so it's not the Thing. If you're, some people are asking me this on my desk. It's like, oh, you like the Thing from Wednesday? I'm like, no, that's Spock. That's a Spock tribute, and so that's a nice. It's got the Delta logo there in the bottom, and there was also a version that had an inscription with Leonard Nimoy's name and date of birth. But I like just with the Delta. I thought that worked better. So yep. So that batch I printed 6, so I got a few more batches to go. So getting there. Yep. So and let's see. This is part 2 of Donnie's message. Also, there's a half a century of Super Sentai and a half a century of more. Well, enjoy that. Yep. And Rob says, cool. So yeah. So it's always good to check in on that 3D printer, making sure nothing is messing up. Nothing's worse than when it sends you a message at 2 a.m. Out of filament. Need more filament. Oh, I don't want to get up now. Yep. So I think this is a good time to head on out. So I want to thank Claude for showing up, a great Minimus. And thank you for joining the show. Of course, Tom was able to pop in soon, and hopefully he wasn't lurking to see all that steak, because Tom was pretty hungry. And let's go through the our channel members. I always want to thank everyone who was here tonight, but especially want to thank channel members. So let me grab that list here, pull that up, see if I can read that. So we want to thank in no particular order, because just randomly, this is randomly there. So Brian Hepburn, Eric K, JT Kirk, Andrew Jill, thank you, Dave C, 70s Rock Fan, Christian Delorme, Max Redstone, RRT&Z, RobAltis, DJ Ronnie G, Shooter, Nick Weiser, Stark of Iron, Mandalorian, Dadman, Philip Story, thank you, Professor R2, for supporting the channel, and Wes Cagle. So thank you very much. Much appreciated. Of course, anyone who's here, and let me thank everyone we got a couple of super chats tonight too. So thank you to the Dead Man for his super chat, and thank you to Joe's Atmosphere, and everyone go check out Joe's show. Let me put his link. It's down below in my channel show description. I guess that's what you call it, a show description, but everyone check out Joe's channel. Great stuff. He's doing a great comic, great artist there, Joe. So thank you again. And let's see here. Who else? Well, let's go through the list. So we've got Low Spec is on the Rumble side. Thank you, Low Spec. RobAltis, Lemon Pie. And we've got the Stream Emblem Spot, Donnie, Marks 47, Phantom Outsider. I don't think we saw the Mighty Thor tonight. I was trying to think. We didn't see Steve in the chat. Thank you to Claude again. Brian Hepburn, Lemon Pie, Dadman, and let's see who else was. TZ Burton, Joe with the super chat. Shifty Gizm was here. Oliver. Let's see who else am I missing here? We also had Jonathan Conroy joining us on Sunday Night Geekery in the chat. Thank you, Jonathan. Of course, Tom was here. Paulie, the Latino Slant. Do not let Tom on the stream was here. Yep, thank you, Paulie. Tommy Wimey Limey was here. TZ Burton. Depot 101. And thank you for the new sub. The Deadman, of course, again. And thank you for the super chat. Gap After Dark. Picasso was here. And that was, I always think of Klaba used his opening on BTR was the Picasso song. Yeah, Darth Scipio was here. Hey, Darth. Low Spec, of course, again. Tim was here. Thank you, Tim. And I think, Suzanne was here. Courtney popped in. Yep. And shout out to Courtney, our friend, who's usually on the show. And J-Man saying how much he hated Daredevil. We love J-Man here. Classic Comics stopped by. Claude Salling, Davina Duckworth was here. I think that's everyone. If I missed anyone, that's just because I'm an idiot. And Jonathan says, "Great stream as usual." Thank you, Jonathan. Much appreciated. Yep. And Professor R2, what have you got coming up this week? You've got your show on Tuesday night, I know.
Yeah, usual Tuesdays and Thursday nights, 11:45 Eastern, with Price of Reason over on his channel, Price of Reason Live. Do the Night Owl, talk about whatever, entertainment, news, gaming, politics, whatever happens to come up that day. So yeah,
it's a great show. I love listening to that show late night. You guys are a good team over there. Yep, have some fun conversations there. Yep, so it's a nice chillaxing show.
Pulling up R2's plug there. Just trying to find him in my.
Oh, I got him. Yep,
you got him because you got it.
Well, he's on with Price. So you don't. R2 doesn't have his own channel yet because
I have my own channel. I don't really do much.
You don't really
do much with it yet. But I'm thinking about been talking with some people. Might do some retro gaming streams this summer when I got some time. We'll see.
Good. Yeah.
We could always talk about Venture Brothers if you want.
Woohoo! I have the entire run. They did action figures. Have the entire run in the closet here.
You've got Brock Sampson.
Oh yeah, I have everyone. Even there were some special convention only ones that I was
the bloody version one.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'd have to dig them all out.
Serious collector here.
Yeah,
I at one point I would buy like everything I could find, just the things that I really love to collect. And at one point I realized I don't have an infinite amount of money to spend on all of these things. But I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna find like some specific things, and I'm gonna be like, I'm getting all of that. And early on, I saw that some of these the larger size Venture Brothers.
So you get the 3-inch with the
Mego
7-inch
size,
the Mego size,
yeah,
nice, like Phantom Limb stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
yep. Man, that's great, dude.
Yeah, I'll have to show them sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
I have to dig them out though. I think they're in a box under another box. Stuff.
I'll give you about $25 for that box if you want.
Oh, you think $25, huh? I'll think about that one.
Right,
$25 million. $1 million.
Yeah. That's worth a little bit more than $25.
Yeah.
Well, before we get out of here, I always enlarge the show. I did purchase. Don't tell my wife, please. I'll be very mad at you. But I did purchase this poster. Let's see, where is it? Where is it hiding here? A Fantastic Four poster on Mondo. I did promise some enabling time, so I don't want to be accused of any false advertising. So let's show this real quick. This won't take long. Hold on to your wallets. So we love Mondo here. Damn it, Mondo, for producing this cool stuff. So I did grab this poster. I know Claudia would approve of this. So here's and this monster, of course, that was a great poster. So this is for sale now. Pre-order for 80 smackrels. It ain't cheap, but my God,
not cheap. No, they're not too cheap.
These posters, it's almost like printed on cardboard. I mean, it's just crazy how the quality of these posters. So let's just go through the flip through the images here, but of course that classic Kirby cover from FF23, and I guess they zoom in here on it, but just the quality of these prints are just amazing. I think it's only 160. They're only doing 160 of this for this one, so it's the numbered, limited, all that good stuff. So hopefully someday.
I'm up on their newsletter.
Yeah, so Mondo's got just great lines. So I think it was at 160. Let's see, how much did they say? 190. Okay, 190. Yep. So not very many, but let me put that link in the chat. So I'm going to cost you all some money. I'm sorry, or maybe,
That's
but
right. They came out with a new Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like a 10, 11-inch figure, I think, though.
Yeah. So check out Mondo.
$200. Yeah.
As R2 said, we don't have unlimited money.
Don't you wish? You just buy it all. But yeah.
Yeah. So okay, and Dave, what you got coming up? You got your Wednesday show, right?
Yeah, Wednesday, just doing the Black Panther comics, the original with J.T. Kirk, and then Thursday night at 10, finishing up season 3 of the HBO Spawn animation watch party.
Nice.
Do two more episodes this week. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yep. So, but you didn't like the last what should you do? Issue 8 of Black Panther. I was lurking a little bit for that show. It wasn't the best story, you said, right? It was
not so much. They've been a little off a little bit.
Yeah.
They kind of dragged out a story with one of the characters from Wakanda that went into the vibranium. Sorry, the vibranium mound.
Uranium.
Uranium. Right. And he turned into a monster. It's kind of like a thing Hulk guy.
Yeah.
And they kind of dragged it out. Kirby, because he writes, edits, and draws everything there. So there was a little bit.
Plus, it's a product
out.
of its time too, back in the day, I guess,
right?
In the 70s,
Yeah. It's probably like a whole issue too long, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I mean, the art's great, just here and there, little things.
Yeah.
But the art's been great, and the writing's funny sometimes. Though he comes up with some really funny stuff. They like to trash talk. Right, the good guys and the bad guys. I don't know if that's a Kirby thing in FF4 or whatever when he was doing it, but
oh yeah, that was back.
It's
then.
classic. It's classic comic book writing, right? Yeah. So one of them was a little bit weak, but so far it's been pretty good.
That's okay. We'll forgive you for saying that.
Well, I love that series anyway, so that's the second time I've owned it. So
yeah. All right. Well, I really appreciate you and R2 hanging out with me tonight. And in addition to Claude, it's great to hang out with Claude and Tom for a bit. So during the week I'll be doing my Sea of Thieves stream and also late night Fortnite, and of course we'll be back next weekend for more Sunday Night Geekery. But look for some more 3D printing stuff, and like to do some model building too. Because I'm building the models, might as well just stream when I'm doing that if I have a chance. So but this was a ton of fun tonight. I always have a great time and really appreciate everyone coming and hang out with us. You could be watching Snow White, you could be watching Bad Network TV,
you could be watching us instead of
but thank you for choosing to watch us tonight. So we had some fun here tonight, and congratulations again to the Yukon Lady Huskies for kicking butt. So that was a fun day. So it was good stuff. Yep. So all right, well we'll catch you all on the next one. So have fun storming the castle. Everyone have a safe, healthy week, and don't go see Snow White. Yeah, go see Working Man. Yep.
Rob's been working on some models. I want to see those.
Yeah, we're gonna have Rob on to talk some models soon. Yep. So we're gonna set that up. Yep. It'll be awesome. Yep. All right, everyone. Have a great one. Take care. Oh, and congratulations to I was gonna say Over Chicken. My son would Washington Capitals. He hated Ovechkin. He would call him Over Chicken. I apologize when he was, you come up with nicknames for the guys or the other teams. But wow, beating Wayne, love hockey, and beating Wayne Gretzky's most goals scored record. That's phenomenal. So congratulations to him as well. So, all right, everyone, catch you on the next one.
Take care.
Bye.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.